battle for the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy. And Tom Watchorn wore number 31 back in his playing days. Midland selects one player to wear the jersey each and every year for this game. Pretty good honor there. The kid from Kennesaw is wearing 31, and we are underway. Short kick down the far side. That will go out of bounds. Big mistake for the special teams.
Well, Dinker was back deep along with Tim Brown. And
kick it to him.
Coach talked about not kicking it to Tyson if they could try that most of the afternoon. So they're going to limit the touches for Tyson Dinker. And that time the ball goes out of bounds on the far side. Probably not a bad thing. They're going to spot the football here at the 35-yard line.
Well, he has he can score from anywhere on the field. Hastings has done a really good job, but you can't keep all the focus on him. You've got to watch the other players. They've got a bunch of playmakers out there on the outside, so they could use Tyson as a decoy several times here today. He'll be in the backfield right off the left hip of his quarterback.
We're going to see two different QBs in there today. This is Johnson. He steps up in the pocket. Now he runs, throws it over here on the near side. It's going to be incomplete. Pass delivered low here. The intended receiver was Trey Marks. He was their leading receiver a week ago in that non-conference loss to the University of Mary. So this is Brody Johnson who's getting the start at quarterback. He's the guy who had the most successful a week ago against Mary. We're also going to see Zach Congleton in the ball game, but this is Brody Johnson, 6'2", 220-pound junior out of North Bend, Nebraska. He's a transfer from Northwestern Oklahoma State. Hands the ball away to Dinkert, and Dinkert falls forward across the 37 to the 38 to the 39-yard line. So give him a pickup of 4 yards on the play. 3rd down and 6 yards to go now for Midland, starting up this ball game here in the first quarter, moving right to left.
Go back to that passing play that Midland had first play of the game, already pushing and shoving down in the trenches. These are two teams that they're rivals. They don't like each other. It could get pretty interesting as the game goes along. They keep beating on each other.
Wide receiver splits out to the right side. Johnson drops back to throw. Quick throw to the right side is going to be caught over there right at the first down stakes. That's Brody Anderson, the tight end, a 6'2", 240-pound junior from Manson, Iowa, grabbing the ball right at the first down stakes. So Midland will move the chains out to the 46-yard line.
8-yard pass and catch, just a nice out pattern. The quarterback in Johnson hit him right in stride, a couple of yards inbounds, takes it out of there. First down of the day, inches the ball across the 45-yard line.
Here's Johnson going to hand the ball away to Dinkert. This time he's going to be hit, and down he goes right at the line of scrimmage. Dinkert is stopped on the play right here at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos bring him down. The tackle was made in there by Chase Polowski. Polowski, the redshirt junior out of Pleasanton, 5'11", 251 pounds. He's going up to a big boy.
Yeah, he hadn't missed many meals either. Met Dinkert right in the hole. Good stop. Got his head in there deep. 2-yard loss. How many times you'll bring that guy down for a loss?
Dinkert, they fake the ball to him. There's a pass out here. Brown grabs the ball. Brown is hit, and down he goes. Great job by the Bronco defense out here to bring him down. They threw the quick pass out here to Tim Brown, it should be. And the tackle was made in there by Gio Mendoza for the Broncos.
Tell you what, Mendoza, that was a whale of a play. He had the wide receiver out here on the outside that was on him, had a good block on him. The ball was thrown kind of screening him off. He fought the block off and grabbed him by the jersey. That takes a lot of grip and a lot of strength. Able to bring him down. Another loss. Now the ball's back inside the 45-yard line to the 44.
3rd down and 12. Here's Johnson. Backs up. He's being bothered. He throws the ball to the near side. It's going to be caught. Nope, out of bounds. Quick throw to the sideline here. Kevin Adams grabs the ball in the reception, but they say he was out of bounds. I don't think the people running the chain gang saw that it was out of bounds. They've already moved the down marker, but they bring it back here to the 44.
They've had trouble. If you haven't been watching, again, this is the chain gang's first game here, first home game for Hastings. And, they've moved the chains a couple of times already, so the official's going to have to keep them hemmed in for Hastings back deep to return this punt. Colton Marsh did the return duties a week ago.
Here's the kick, the punt, and that's not a very good one off of the right side of his foot as it bounces at the Hastings 36-yard line and out of bounds. So not a good punt there for Midland, and Hastings will have a good field position. That was Gavin Rowall, who averaged 37.2 yards per kick a week ago in that ball game against the University of Mary. That one is a short kick, and the Broncos get a break here. They'll start off in a pretty good field position. They'll mark the football right at the 36-yard line.
19-yard punt for Midland, so Hastings with pretty good starting position. Ball at the 36-yard line. Jarrett Sinek brings the troops out. Hastings will line up here with trips to the near side.
Merriman is going to be in the backfield. We'll see a lot from Caden Merriman and Dalton Armbruster. They will pretty well split the snaps here for the Hastings College first-team offense. So now they're going to...
they got to bring a different ball in.
I think each team still has a game ball they play. I think that rule is still in effect. Each team has their own game ball, so they'll get the Hastings offensive ball in.
Yeah.
Not that makes a lot of difference.
I want to play with my own ball.
Yeah, I want to play with your ball. 1st and 10 for Hastings. The ball is at the 36 of Hastings. The Broncos left to right, north to south here in this first quarter of play. Merriman gets outside, takes it to the sideline, and is run out of bounds. Nice game there by Caden Merriman. Again, those guys, the two guys we spoke of, Merriman and Armbruster, both over 100 yards last week in the ball game against Doane. Dalton Armbruster rushing for 103 yards. Merriman 109 yards. Merriman scored a touchdown in the ball game against the Tigers.
Merriman is so quick when he gets around the corner. Didn't look like he had much there, and it still picks up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 for Hastings.
Here's a Sinek. He backs up, surveys the field, throws it across the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted at the 45-yard line, making the grab back there for Midland. Right in the center of the field. Right in the center of the field and right at the Warriors. That's Zane Wilson, a defensive back out of Olathe, Kansas, comes up with a pick. Last week, remember, Sinek threw an interception on his first attempt, and he throws one here right in the center of the field as Midland gets the first turnover of the ball game.
Yeah, and he took a big shot, but again, he's a tough kid. He hopped up, and I watched him come over here and waited for the trainers. No, he is so upset with himself. He knew he missed the open receiver, threw it behind the intended receiver, thus the interception. So now Midland with the football at the 46.
All right, so Hastings squanders the good field position on their opening drive. Here comes Johnson and the Warriors back out here. He's going to hand the ball away to Dinkert. Look out, big hole, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Takes it in the Hastings College territory across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Had just that little seam there, Jimmy. That's what we talked about in the pregame. That's all he needs. He rips one off there against the Broncos as he takes the ball down to Hastings 23.
Well, he matches that New Jersey number 31. He takes it for 31, and then he runs over a couple defensive backs for Hastings downfield, picks up an additional 4 or 5 yards. 31 on the carry. 1st and 10 for Midland now into Bronco territory.
At the 23, here comes a reverse to the near side. That's going to be smelled out nicely there. Brown is going to be brought down on the play. He gets back up and runs with it, but he is down back here, a loss on the play, back to about the 27-yard line or so. They'll mark it at the 26. So a loss of about 3 yards on the play. A little reverse. The Broncos out there defensively, they smelled that baby out. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down situation. 2nd down in 13. We're in the first quarter here at Great Plains Athletic Conference football on Extreme Sports. No score between Hastings and Midland. They hand the ball away to Dinkert again, and Dinkert is going to be wrapped up and driven down. And the stop there for the Broncos on defense is going to be Dawson Kissinger. Kissinger, the sophomore out of Glenville, Nebraska, to bring him down. No gain in the play. 3rd down, 13 now for the Warriors in Hastings College territory down here at about the 26.
4 carries for Dinkert here in the football game. 27 yards. Not many times you will stop Tyson behind the line of scrimmage. Hastings has done it twice here today already in this first quarter. But you got to keep your eye on him. You got to tackle better because we just seen what happens when he gets out into the open. Going to be a 3rd down and long for Midland.
Johnson fakes the ball to Dinkert. Quick throw over across the middle. It's going to be caught there by Brown, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. Immediately tackled in the play there by Marcus Dustin of Hastings. Dustin, the 6', 196-pound senior out of Lincoln. So a gain on the play of about, 5 yards. Going to bring up 4th down here 4th down and about 8 yards to go for Midland. They're going to go for it with the ball down here at the Hastings College 21-yard line. Ball is on the near side hash. Johnson backs up. He's got time. He throws the ball. He overthrows his man in the end zone. That was Brown. That should have been 6 points there. Marcus Dustin back in coverage for Hastings, but Brown was all alone in the end zone, and Johnson misfires and overthrows him.
Yeah, Brown was in between the numbers and the hash mark, and he made a wicked cut at about the 5-yard line. Got loose in the end zone. That should have been 6. That ball was grossly overthrown. Dustin was left right at about the 3-yard line and looking for Brown. Fortunately for Hastings, that ball goes incomplete. Now the Broncos come back onto the field. They hold on down. They'll take the football over at about the 21-yard line.
So no score between Hastings and Midland here this afternoon. The Broncos will get the ball back. Here's Senig back out there for Hastings. Senig backs up, surveys the field again, throws it. It's going to be caught here across the 35, across the 40, out to the 42-yard line. They get that one to Damian Jenkins. Senig threw an interception on his last ball. That time Damian Jenkins grabs her here for Hastings on a little slant, brings the ball out to the 41-yard line. First down for the Broncos.
Jenkins' second catch this season. He had one last week. That one there is good for 21 yards out to the 41.
So Hastings has the ball here. They'll hand it away. They angle off on the right side to bring the ball across the 40 to the 41. Not much gain there for Caden Merriman. So second down.
So Merriman snowed under there. No gain for Hastings. They wait for the play being signaled in. Again, we talked about Merriman's effort last week, 113 yards. Armbruster, which we have not seen yet. We will see him shortly. He had 103. So 2 running backs with over 100 yards as Sinek waits the football here in the pistol.
Here comes a reverse play to the near side, down the sideline, 45 to the 50. And run out of bounds right in front of the Midland bench down here. Bring the ball around is Quayshawn Hill, a speedster out of Abilene, Texas. Hastings has moved the ball now into a Warrior territory down here at the 46.
14-yard gain now. Hastings into Midland territory for the first time here today down at the 46-yard line. Clock moving at 7:51 in the first quarter. No score on a beautiful afternoon here in Hastings.
Tripp set out wide to the left side. Hand off again. Merriman off of the right side across the 45 to the 40. Ball may have popped loose down there.
No, he threw it back to the official. I don't know. Man, there was some hitting going on down there in middle. Merriman took it off right side, cut it up the middle. Holy cow, that was a head-on collision. I'm surprised both those guys were able to get back up. A nice gain by Merriman of 5 yards, ball down to the 41.
All right, so the Broncos on the move. No score between Hastings and Midland here. Action from the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Jared Sinek with a lone setback behind him here. 3 wide receivers out to the left side. Sinek hands the ball away to Merriman. Off a left tackle now. Bangs his way across the 40. Down to the Midland 37-yard line. Broncos sitting at 3rd and short now. They move the ball to the far side hash mark. Broncos on the move. They want to rush the football. Got the offensive coordinator up here in the booth with us just to our left. The new offensive coordinator for the Broncos.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to call a play here this year. Usually the coaches are a long ways away from us. Now we're going to see the first showing of Armbruster as they bring Merriman out. Merriman already with 4 carries and 21 yards on the afternoon.
Sinek is going to give the ball away to Armbruster, and he is not going to get there. That was a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Big play there by Aaron Niebuhr, the defensive lineman for Midland. Niebuhr, 6 foot, 280-pound junior out of Omaha. Transfer out of Peru State. Brings him down here, a yard loss in the play. And now it's 4th down for Hastings. And we'll see what Coach wants to do here. 4th down and 2. Ball is sitting at the 38-yard line of Midland. The Broncos will go for it here. Wide receivers 2 by 2, 2 each side now for Sinek. He backs up, play action pass. Sinek is going to scramble across the 40. He's at the 35, and he's going to have enough for a first down. He just got across the yard marker there at the 36-yard line. They're going to mark the ball at the 35. That's going to be a first down here for the Broncos. So Hastings on the move.
Jarrett looking downfield, trying to find an open receiver there. Then he seen the middle open up and just took it up between the hash marks. And, boy, he was met right about the sticks. Got actually to the 35-yard line. We had a great view of it from our vantage point. So he made it forward progress, got it, and he got pushed back. But a first down for the Broncos inside the 35-yard line.
Sinek has got the ball. Fakes the ball, now rolls to his right, unloads. That's Barkin, and he is upended down here inside the 30-yard line to about the 26 of Midland. Tackle is made in there by the Warriors, and coming up to make this stop for Midland was Tyler Pickworth, I believe, was the guy in there for Midland. Pickup of about 7 yards in the play, second down and 3 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line of Midland. Sinek now looking around here as he's got wide receivers split out to the left side. 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Handoff is going to go up inside and moving the pile across the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. That's Armbruster carrying the ball there for Hastings. They got her down here to the 22-yard line. Officially, it should be. At the 22, that's a 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Sinek with an empty backfield. Now he backs up, looks left. Here comes the pressure. Comes back right. Throws sidearm. Ball is going to be caught there by Nappy. And not much out there. Now a penalty flag goes down. A late penalty flag as Nappy goes down into the Bronco bench down here at the 25. That would have been a loss of about 2 yards in a play, but something happened down there on the Bronco bench. You mentioned these teams have a tendency to get a little chippy, not only at football, but we've seen it at soccer a lot of times. Both the men's and women's soccer teams, they've had some classic battles when things have kind of borderline got out of control. I don't know what happened down there right on the Hastings sideline.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of bodies between us and the receiver in Nappy. Which team said what, and they're trying to sort this out. But go back to the pass by Sinek. That was almost an underhanded throw that he whipped over to Nappy. That was incredible how he even got that away.
Marcus, that happened right down in front of you down on the Hastings sideline.
I think they might be calling the block out of bounds because these guys were blocking all the way down to the sideline, and that's when he threw the guy over, and that's when the flag came out. So might be going against HC here.
All right, so they will confer here at the 30-yard line. Again, Marcus Metcalf, our new member of our Hastings College broadcast team for the 2025 season, down on the Hastings sideline as the officials continue to discuss things here. Again, our head referee is Randy Hageldorn. The umpire is Jesse Schultz. The head linesman is Brian Wiles. John Benson is the line judge. The side judge is Brendan Fowler. The field judge is Jeff Jorgensen. And the back judge is Ryan Fries. Well, between the four of them out there at the 30-yard line, they're still trying to come up with some sort of a decision here.
Well, this is Mr. Friendly.
Yeah,
Mr. Wealth of Information as a Whitecap. We remember him from last year. Here comes probably a long explanation.
Personal foul, number 24 in the offense. Late hit out of bounds. That penalty is 15 yards from the end of the run. Since it's a dead ball, it'll be second down.
All right, so a 15-yard penalty. They're going to the Broncos.
So Matt kind of wanted an explanation there, but he, I guess, just... Anyway, he moves on, and Hastings penalized, so a 2-yard loss on the pass play, and then they'll mark it off after that, so the ball back out to the 39-yard line.
3:52 to play here in the first quarter. So it's going to bring up second down and long. The Broncos got to go all the way back here to the 13 to pick up the first down. Sinek wide receivers left and right. They're going to keep the ball on the ground here. Across the 40 down the sideline, 35-30 down to the 26-yard line. That's Armbruster carrying the ball there for Hastings. Or check that. Is going to be Armbruster carrying the football there for Hastings. And now here comes Merriman back into the ballgame.
Yeah, I tell you what a 1-2 punch. If we keep those two healthy all year long, it's going to be incredible. Are you having trouble with them? Second game, we make our biggest jump. Teams usually do from first week to second week. Broadcasting crews usually make their biggest jump.
Well, you got to get the numbers correct on your spot chart.
You do. 42 and 26, and now we've got a timeout. Matt's wanting an explanation again.
No, he wants to call a timeout here. We're looking at third down. And Broncos will call a timeout. Third down and 14 yards to go. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play. We'll take a break to score. Hastings nothing, Midland nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
All right, back here at the Osborne Sports Complex. Hastings going for it here. There's a pass to Bargan. 25-20. Bargan down to the 15-yard line. And again, the ball may have came loose down here at the 15. A big stack up down there, and Midland indicates they have the ball. The officials don't agree. They give the ball to Hastings. That's going to be about a yard shy of a first down, maybe 2 yards shy. They're going to put the nose of the football at the 15. Hastings looking at fourth down. We're going to try a field goal attempt.
Second catch for Bargan here today. That one there was good for 13 after the loose ball. Fortunate enough to get it back. 2 catches, 21 yards for Bargan. And now the field goal attempt here for Hastings.
Colton Wilmot is the field goal kicker. He's a freshman here for the Broncos. Did not attempt a field goal a week ago. And here's his first kick as a Bronco is up, and it is good. 31-yard field goal attempt is good. And that gives Hastings College the lead here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. It's Hastings 3 and Midland nothing. You're listening to Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
I became the manager about a year and a half ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
10-yard gain, ball at the 25, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Here's Johnson. He's going to hand the ball away again to Tuxon. He's going to hand the ball away again to Tucker. Little guy goes straight ahead, and he's going to be swallowed up here by the Bronco defensive line. Again, some pushing and shoving down there. I think E.J. Hernandez is going to mix it up with somebody down there, and the officials have to get in between those two individuals. Yeah, he's going to come out of the ball game now. That was not Hernandez for Hastings. That was Taiwan January, who was into the ball game there for Hastings, who was having a few words. Here's Johnson. He wants to throw the ball. It's being flushed out of the pocket. Johnson is going to run it across the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. So Johnson moves it to the 18 on the quarterback scramble. It's going to bring up a third down situation now. Third down at about 4 yards to go. Midland on the drive here. They're trailing in this ball game by a score of 3-0. Brody Johnson, a senior quarterback out of North Bend, Nebraska, leading the Warriors here in this one.
Mike Tyson Dinkert back in the game. He was out for quite a while. I looked over on the sidelines, didn't have any trainer working around him, but boy, for him to be out that many plays in a row, you got to think he maybe got dinged up a little bit. They'll send him off the outside.
Johnson's going to throw the ball. That's going to be tipped. It'll be tipped here. They had a man out there inside the 15-yard line, but the ball tipped there by the Broncos in the secondary. And that's going to bring up a fourth down situation. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. Midland is going to now try a field goal. This one will be 36 yards. So Midland will try a field goal of 36 yards. Cameron Spicer is their field goal kicker. 1 for 1 last week in that ball game against the University of Mary. There's a snap. Plenty of leg there for Spicer. And he puts that one through the uprights. It is good. So both teams have traded field goals here in the early going. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half. It's now Midland 3, Hastings 3. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
You are listening to exclusive coverage of Hastings College football on Extreme Sports.
Mike Well, Jimmy Purcell, Marcus Metcalf back here at the Osborne Sports Complex. The kickoff there from Midland is going to go out of bounds, and Hastings will have a good field position here. Now a 3-3 ball game as the teams have traded field goals here in the early minutes of this ball game. 31-yarder by Colton Wilmot for Hastings, and a 36-yarder by Cameron Spicer. And we're sitting at 3-3 as we play here in the second quarter with 10:40 to play until halftime here.
Basically playing between the 20s. Both offenses have been able to move the football downfield, and both defenses have come up with stops. Thus the 3-3 game. Special teams playing a big part in this game so far. And why wouldn't you expect anything less out of these two teams? A good, hard fought, and it's been physical down in the trenches. Look for a whole lot more of that as we continue on. Hastings out, 1st and 10 from the 35.
All right, that's going to be Jared Senek. Here's Armbruster back into the ball game as your running back. He's going to get the first call. Slides through there across the 35-40. Brings the ball up to the 44-45-yard line. Tackle made there by Zane Wilson. Coming up from his safety position for Midland to make the stop. Wilson, 5'10", 187-pound senior out of Olathe, Kansas. Second down here. Second down and a couple of yards to go.
Good job by the offensive line on that left side, just giving Armbruster a bit of a seam. One thing we missed last year was that little burst, and that quick, Armbruster picks up 8 yards, second down, and 2 for Hastings.
Armbruster is going to get the call again. Ball being carried in his left hand as he brings it across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Tackle is made in there by Justin Gassaway. Gassaway, a linebacker out of Millard South for the Warriors, but Hastings will move the sticks as they bring the ball to the 48-yard line.
Tracking the 2 running backs for Hastings, Merriman with 15 yards, and Armbruster now with a couple of nice carries here in the second quarter. Give him 29 yards on 5 carries.
Jared Senig with the ball as he turns and hands it away again to Armbruster, trying to go to the right side. This time he's going to be chopped down on the play. Tried to get it outside, and he's chopped down over there by Midland. And the stop is Paxton Van Houten, sophomore out of Tabor, Iowa. Linebacker there for the Warriors. No gain in the play. Second down and 10 yards to go. Hastings moving right to left, south to north here in the second quarter. We're tied up at 3 points apiece. Now we're going to spread the field 2 by 2 here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. And now they're going to split out to Caden Merriman out to the left side. So 3 wide receivers to the left, empty backfield. Senig wants to throw. Senig being pressured, and down he goes. He's going to be sacked here by Midland. He tried to scramble out of there, but they caught him by his shoe tops there and brings him down at the 48 of Hastings. Now the Broncos playing behind the chains. It's 3rd down and 12.
Mike, with a new offensive coordinator coming into any program, I don't care what you are, you're going to get different types of ways they signal in their plays. Remember last year we had the cards, and they 2 or 3 guys hold them up with different themes and pictures. Watch these 2 cats down here in the white. They've already signaled in, but boy, they've got their arms going. They look like air traffic controllers down on the sideline.
Here's a Senig. He backs up. He's got time, throws it across the middle, and he misses his man there. Man was open out there. He would have had enough for the first down. That was Cooper Butler out there for Hastings. Now it's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and 12. So Senig misses his man. Cooper was out there. Would have had enough for the first down, but the pass was thrown behind him. Incomplete pass, and Hastings will have to punt. So, again, we're having problems with the passing game here in this one today.
Yeah, and don't know whether the route was run. I mean, Jarrett had plenty of time to throw the football there. That's pretty good protection, and just threw it behind. Looked like behind Butler.
There's a Trevin Shaw into the ball game now for Hastings to punt. That one angles off to the right side, off the right side of his foot. We'll see where the officials spot the football. They'll come up and put it right down at the 30-yard line. So Midland will have it 1st down and 10 on their own 30.
Not a very good one there. Usually Shaw's pretty good with his foot and pinning the teams back inside the 20, sometimes inside the 10. That one there goes for just 25 yards off the side of his foot into the Midland bench. Now the Warrior offense comes back out onto the field. Both defenses playing very well here so far. And Midland will have the football right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Shaw averaged 48 yards per kick in the ball game against Doane last week. That's not a very good one there, as Midland will have the ball at their own 30-yard line. Johnson, his pass across the middle is complete to Brown. Bounces off of would-be tackler. Brings it across the 40, out to the 45-yard line. So Brown makes the reception there for the Midland University Warriors. And the tackle is made in there by Jake Lambert for Hastings on defense. The senior linebacker out of Tucson, Arizona, led Hastings in tackles a week ago. In that ball game against Doane, he came up with 12 stops.
Gain of 14 on that pass play. They brought the Horns down from Fremont. Do you remember them a year ago?
I do. They had a lot of them up there. Here's a running play now. This is the other quarterback in there now. That's Zach Congleton. He's going to run it. He's more of a runner than Brody Johnson is what they tell me. So Congleton is into the ball game. Brings it to the 50-yard line and pick up 5 yards on his first carry. He's 6 foot, 180-pound junior out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. Never been there.
Well, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, I've never been there. A lot of vowels there. There's a running play. He's going to go to Brown in the reverse, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds down here in front of the Bronco bench. That was Kellen Robertus to bring him down by his shirt tail and threw him into the Bronco bench.
Well,
not a good place to be if you're in a white jersey.
No, he's just a little guy. He's getting kind of tossed around out there pretty frequently. Tough guy. He'll stay on the field here. Able to get the first down on that play. That's first down number 7 for Midland here today.
Yeah, Brown 5'11", 175-pound senior out of Miami. There's a pass thrown out there. It's going to be caught across the 40 down to the Hastings 38-yard line. Still going to be shy of a first down. That was Brody Anderson on the reception, the tight end from Midland. They're going to spot the football at the 39. It's going to bring up a second down situation here. Second down at about 6 from the Hastings 39.
Seems like with this game, since the start of this ball game, is both offenses will get a little bit of momentum going, and then they'll kind of stumble, and they'll go out on downs or kick a field goal. It's kind of the way both teams, they'll move up and down the field a little bit, but kind of sputter as they get down close to goal line.
Here's a running play, back up inside. Not much there, twisting and turning maybe for a yard or two.
That was Dinkert.
That's going to be Dinkert who's back in there. So Tyson Dinkert, the running back out of Kennesaw. And Tyson rushed for like 1,209 yards a season ago for Midland. Got off to kind of a rough start last week against the University of Mary. Going for only about, 38 yards, 33 yards in the ball game against Mary last Thursday.
35 here today so far, 5 carries.
Third down, 4 yards to go for Midland. They've got the ball at the Hastings 37-yard line. Wide receivers left and right. There's a running play here by Congleton, Zach Congleton. He's going to be stopped short of a first down. As he gets it close to the 35, Midland will be looking at a fourth down situation here. So fourth down here for Midland. They're going to spot the football at the 36. So they've got a long 3 yards to go.
Looks like they'll leave the offense on the field. They'll go for it. I wish we had a microphone down right in the middle of those lines. A lot of jawing going on. A lot of stuff we couldn't put on our programming.
Maybe we get Marcus.
Marcus, yeah, get down in the middle of that.
Fourth down here, 3 yards to go. There's a running play to Dinkert, and Dinkert is going to have the first down as he hurdles the line of scrimmage and takes the ball down to the 32. First down for the Warriors.
4-yard gain by Dinkert. That's 6 carries now, 39 yards. The 8th first down for Midland as they continue the march downfield. They'll have the football at the 31.
Ball's on the far side hash mark here. 2 wide receivers split out to the right side. Congleton calling the signals here with the running back just to his right. That is Dinkert. They hand the ball away to Tyson. He gets it to the 30-yard line. Pick him up 1 on the play. Second down and 9 yards to go. Playing for the Watchhorn McLaughlin Trophy here this afternoon. One of the traveling trophies in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Briar Cliff is playing Morningside today.
For the saddle?
For the saddle.
Saddle, yeah. I thought that's what that game was all about. A lot of history with that Watchhorn McLaughlin Trophy and our 26 years of broadcasting. We'll get to that here right after this play.
Here's Congleton again as he backs up. He's got time. He throws the ball into the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Brown. Not a very good pass. Put a lot of air underneath that one, hoping that Brown would run under it, but Hastings was back there in coverage.
Remember the year
I know you're going to bring this up.
well, it's
you
fitting.
You bring it up every year.
We've got to. We've got to. It's just it's a memory that when we're done broadcasting in our career, we'll remember certain things, and that'll be the one that we remember. We won it. won the trophy, and then we had to send it to the wood shop.
Yeah, somebody dropped it.
Yeah, they dropped it. We had to have it reworked.
And got split into some pieces, and the trophy people had to work on it. 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Here's a running play. Dinkert, he slides through there across the 30 to the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. I think he's shy by about a yard. Midland has went for it on the 4th down. I don't think they punted in the ball game so far today. They're certainly not going to punt here, but they're well within the field goal range and maybe try to grab the lead. But I think you're going to have to score touchdowns to win this thing today.
Yeah, I think so. When you got Dinkert in the backfield, you feel pretty good about your chances. But they've had a lot of guys that have been able to pick up some good yardage here today. Going to try to maybe get Hastings to jump off sides, give him a free set of downs.
4th and 2.
Got to be disciplined.
Down here at the Hastings 23-yard line, and now we're going to have a timeout called here. We'll take a timeout with 1:57 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break with a score: Hastings 3 and Midland 3. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
You are locked in to Extreme Sports. Let's get back to the action with Mike Will and Jimmy Purcell.
5 point down, 3 yards to go. Here's a running play here, and it appears they're going to have the first down. They are across the 20-yard line down to the 17. Congleton, the quarterback, runs the ball. Nothing fancy there. Jimmy just got the ball and took it around the right end. Had some blockers out there. And he picks up the first down here at the Hastings 18.
First down, number 9. Yeah, just simple play. I think everybody was looking for Dinkert.
Here's Dinkert. He's going to get a call here. Right in the teeth of the buzzsaw. They're going to bring him down. A little affinity gain there for the former Kennesaw Blue Double. And now what do we got? I think we got to have another timeout. That's going to be the case. Midland calls a timeout here as they will maneuver here late in the second quarter. 1:26 to play until halftime. Midland 3, Hastings 3. You're listening to Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
All right, back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, 1:26 to play. Second quarter, we are tied up at 3 points apiece. Midland is on a drive, though, as they have moved the ball inside the Bronco red zone down here at the 18-yard line. Midland looking at second down. Second down here and about 10 yards to go. Johnson back in there, throws the ball out to the far sideline. He brings the ball across the 20 to the 15 to the 12-yard line. So they throw the ball to the far side down there. The ball was caught. And now Midland looking at a third down and short situation. TJ Covington into the ball game there. He catches the ball, just a sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. So they've had a plethora of guys receive the ball here in this first half of play. It's going to bring up third down and 4 from the Hastings 12-yard line. Johnson backs up. No pressure. Now he's being flushed out of the pocket. He throws one into the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. The penalty flag goes down. Penalty flag goes down in the end zone. Trying to get the ball to Kevin Adams down there. Broncos back in coverage. I'm fearful this one will go against Hastings.
Yeah, the indication already from the back judge, pass interference, but there was no real need to do that. That ball was overthrown. There was no need to put a hand on the receiver.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass interference call on Gio Mendoza. Mendoza is going to be whistled for the foul. And now Midland is got things set up down there at the 2-yard line.
Second penalty of the day for Hastings, actually 2 on Midland as well. But, yeah, that's a case there, just not a very good heads-up play. That one there, again, overthrown. And the Mendoza, the defensive back, gets his hand on the receiver. Now you put him at point-blank range with 43 seconds left. You kind of feel like Hastings has played fairly well in this first half. They only have 3 points.
Here's Johnson, hands the ball away to Dinkert as he tries to take it into the end zone from a couple of yards out. He's not going to quite get there. He's brought down on the play. E.J. Hernandez, I see his number getting up here from the bottom of the stack. Why not? 6'1", 333-pound senior from Douglas, Arizona. Midland set up now at the Hastings College 1-yard line. Johnson has got the ball. Johnson is going to try to take it into the end zone himself, and he does. Now a penalty flag goes down as Johnson takes the ball in the end zone from 1 yard out. We'll have to check out the penalty. Just as Johnson took it into the end zone, 2 penalty flags came out there. So now the officials will confer.
Yeah, must have seen the same thing. They were simultaneous, and the quarterback just took that, faked it to Dinkert up the middle, and then just kind of followed him right in there, virtually went in untouched. Now the official going to run over and give Matt Franzen an explanation, but I think this is going on the defense. I think touchdown's good.
1 yard run by Brody Johnson is going to give Midland the lead here in this first half from 1 yard out. Personal foul, face mask on Hastings on the running play from the 1 yard line. So they score with 11 seconds to go. Here in the second quarter, that gives Midland a 9-3 advantage now over Hastings. Spicer is into the ball game for the PAT. So an impressive drive there. 14 plays, 15 plays into 70 yards for Midland. Here comes the extra point. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is up there. It is good. So the Warriors will grab the lead here. We'll take a break with 11 seconds to play in the second quarter. It is now Midland 10. Hastings 3. You're listening to Bronco football coverage on Extreme Sports.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
That pass deflected in the air and it's intercepted.
With Mike Will.
And Jimmy Purcell, Marcus Metcalf here at the Osborne Sports Complex, Lloyd Wilson Field. 10-3 is the score. Midland has got the lead, a 15-play, 85-yard drive for the Warriors It results in a 1-yard touchdown run by Brody Johnson after the teams had traded field goals to begin the ball game. Here's the kickoff is going to go through the end zone, and Hastings will get it on the touchback.
Mike, looking at the second quarter numbers, Hastings College with 12 total yards.
They haven't done much here.
12 total yards. Nope. They had Sinek was 4 of 5 passing for 40 yards in the first quarter. He's 0 of 1 here, and the Broncos have rushed it just 4 times. So 5 offensive plays for Hastings in the second quarter. And you look at the halftime numbers here for Midland, 170 on 38 plays, very 50-50 mixed and matched in there, 84 through the air, 86 on the ground, and we're going to just take a knee and get in the locker room.
Sinek under center, he's going to take a knee. That's going to be the case. Hastings is going to trail here at the break by a score of 10-3 to Midland. We'll try to chase down Matt Franzen down here on the Hastings sideline before he gets to the locker room. So, we didn't play a bad football game, but Midland all of a sudden has got the lead here at the break. The score is 10-3 as Matt is headed over to Marcus Metcalf down on the Hastings sidelines. Matt is going to maybe talk with an official or two. Marcus, is all yours.
Hey, Coach, just thoughts on your first half here. Take that last drive away. You guys played pretty well in that first half.
We really did. I mean, on defense, I like what we're doing. I mean, Tyson Dinkert's making some first downs and getting his stuff, but we're slowing him down, which is the game plan. Offensively, we're running the ball pretty well. We had a turnover early on an interception on our second play. We need to be patient. But I mean, strangely enough, we're 3, but I like where we're at. We're going to get the ball coming out here in the third quarter. We need to execute on offense. I mean, we're close to a lot of our stuff. I don't feel like we've done anything poorly. I think the team we're playing on defense is really, really good.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Matt Franzen again. He's kind of echoing our thoughts. I don't think we played poorly here in the first half, but you look up on the scoreboard, it's 10-3.
No, you're exactly right. We've seen the same game he has, and I don't think we've done anything really too much characteristic out of the realm. Just haven't had the ball a lot. That long drive that Midland had going right into the halftime mark, that was a killer. That took most of the second quarter up, take it all the way down the field, and then we give them a fresh set of downs right inside the 5-yard line, and they take it in. So, unfortunately, Hastings trails here by just a touchdown, 7-3 or 10-3 here at halftime.
All right, we're at the halftime break. We'll have a whole lot more coming up. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Looking for a night out that hits different? Head to the 2nd Street Slammer in Hastings, where the music is loud, the drinks are cold, and the vibe is always right. Shoot some pool, play some darts, or tear up the dance floor with live DJs spinning every weekend. Whether you are rolling in with friends or meeting someone new, the Slammer is the place where good times and late nights come standard. Open Thursday through Saturday. Come see why the locals call it Hastings' favorite weekend escape. That's 2nd Street Slammer, 2315 West 2nd Street. Let loose, live it up, slam into your weekend.
Fall in love with the season of savings. It's our fall sale at Bob Sass Flowers, September 15th through the 20th. 20% savings store-wide. From cozy must-haves to fresh new finds, everything you need to celebrate autumn is waiting for you. Join us September 20th for our Fall Floral Fest, celebrating 70 years of business in the Hastings community. We will have 10+ local vendors and store-wide savings. We will be open 9 to 1. Join us for a fun fall morning. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings.
Taylor is living the Runza dream.
The Fry Life is the high life.
He's stacking up rewards on the Runza mobile app.
Points on points on points on points.
That's a lot of free food from Runza.
Yep, I'm headed there for lunch today.
Download the Runza mobile app to start getting rewards. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years. And it is more than just another bar and grill. It is a Hastings institution. Do not miss Tijuana Tuesday, an all-you-can-eat taco and nacho buffet. Every Wednesday night is Wing Night, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken, on Friday for the prime rib and seafood buffet, and on Saturday for Bullseye's world-famous prime rib. On Sundays, enjoy the brunch buffet from 10 until 2. For over a quarter of a century, Bullseye's has been your go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Find Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Family Medical Center of Hastings, your home for healthcare since 1963.
All right, back here at the Osborne Sports Complex, Lloyd Wilson Field, 10-3 is the score. Midland has got the lead over Hastings College. The two teams that traded field goals early. Hastings got on the scoreboard first. 31-yard field goal from Colton Wilmot to make it a 3-0 ball game in the first quarter. Midland coming back in the second, getting a 36-yard field goal from Cameron Spicer to tie things up at 3 points apiece. Then Midland goes on a 15-play, 85-yard drive in the second quarter. They cap it off with a 1-yard touchdown run from the quarterback, Brody Johnson, with 11 seconds to play. They had the point after. And that's the way we stand here at halftime, Jimmy, 10-3. And we talked with Matt just a few minutes ago. He says the team hasn't played bad, but we find ourselves trailing here, haven't made the plays offensively that we need, and we're down by a touchdown at 10-3.
Well, time of possession is telling me the story here. I'll get to that here in just a minute. But, yeah, Midland's just had the ball a lot more than we have. They took a lot of time on that last drive here in the second quarter. Kind of like an old heavyweight fight. Two big old bruisers out there beating on each other. They're jawing at each other, and officials got to get in the way every now and then to kind of break them up, kind of what we expected here with this football game. Halftime stats are brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning, in business since 1984. For Midland in that first quarter, the Warriors with 12 first downs. They rushed it 20 times for 80 yards. Their quarterbacks have combined for 12 of 18 passing, 86 yards. So a total of 38 offensive plays and 166 yards officially for the Warriors. Look at some additional numbers. Penalties, they've been hit with 2 for 19. And the time of possession, almost 20 minutes, 19-19 for the Warriors. I'll just give you Hastings now because you're wondering. 10:41, so almost half the time is on the side of Midland. Third down, they are 3 of 9. Fourth down efficiency, 3 of 4. And when they get in the red zone, they're pretty good today, 2 of 2. Their leading rushers here in the first half, Tyson Dinkert, 9 carries, 49 yards. The guy doesn't seem like he's played a lot of the first half, and he's still half his way to 100 yards. I'm sure he's itching to have a big game. Last week he only ran for 37 yards in that game against Mary. Leading receiver in the first half is Tim Brown, 6 catches and 26 yards. For Hastings in the first half of action, Broncos with 5 first downs. They rushed it 14 times for 58 yards. Passing numbers for Sinek, not real good yet. We're waiting for him to explode. 3 of 5 passing, 1 interception, 41 yards off the arm. So 19 offensive plays and 99 yards of total offense. The Broncos have been hit with 3 penalties for 42 yards. Again, time of possession, I said 10:41 for the Broncos. Third down efficiency, 0 of 3 here today. 1 of 1 on fourth down. And the red zone, we are 1 of 1. Again, Sinek's numbers, 3 of 5, 41 yards and a pick. Rushing the football today, Dalton Armbruster, 6 carries, 28 yards. And his counter punch back there, Caden Merriman, 4 carries and 15 yards. And only 2 guys that have received balls today here, just 3 catches for the receivers. Jake Bargan, 2 catches, 21 yards. Damian Jenkins, 1 catch for 20 yards. Your leading man on defense, the St. Cecilia Blue Hawk, Dawson Kissinger. 7 total tackles in the game, 2 solo and 5 assisted. Backing him up is Jake Lambert with 5. And also on my back page here, Tawan January also with 5 tackles in the football game. But again, not really a lot of mistakes by either team. Jarrett just hasn't gotten into rhythm yet. We're still waiting for that to happen. But we haven't been able to kind of bust out our running backs. I mean, you look at Armbruster, he leads away with just 28 yards. But again, when you've got the football for 10 minutes, you don't have a lot of time to do anything. So the Broncos just got to get it, maintain possession, but still in the ball game, in a dandy here at Lloyd Wilson Field. Warriors lead 10-3 at half.
Hastings will get the ball to begin the third quarter. You're listening to the halftime show here on Extreme Sports. We'll have more after this. You're listening to Bronco Football.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
All right, back here at halftime, Hastings College is trailing Midland University. The score is 10-3 here at the break. Going to have a soccer coming up immediately following our football here at Lloyd Wilson Field. Both the women and men's soccer teams will be in action today. Women will take on Ottawa in a 5:30 ball game. The men will play Kansas Wesleyan tonight at 8. Back the Bronco women's soccer team going to hold Seniors Day festivities at 4:15 this afternoon. I hope we got the field cleared by then.
I was going to say, I hope we got things brushed up.
Yeah, but they're going to be holding some Senior Day festivities at 4:15 this afternoon, and they'll play at 5:30 tonight against Ottawa. Other scores in the Great Plains Athletic Conference today. Morningside has got the lead right toward the end of the first half, about 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. They're playing for the old Brown Saddle up there in Sioux City. Morningside with a lead over Briar Cliff by a score of 24-10. That's a series that's got to be dominated by Morningside. I wonder if the old Brown Saddle has ever been in the trophy case at Briar Cliff. They just leave it over there at Morningside across town, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I would say with a successful, well, you go back to Morningside. We started when we started doing this gig. They were just coming in from being actually didn't have football for a few years. So I would say that Briarcliff probably had the saddle then, didn't they?
Or maybe they didn't play for the old Brown Saddle back then.
Maybe it's just something they just. I don't know. Anyway, we really don't care.
They're playing for the old Brown Saddle today. It looks like Morningside has got a lead here, 24-10 over Briarcliff. We'll see the Chargers next Saturday up in Sioux City. Dordt is out on top of Dakota Wesleyan. They've got about 2 minutes to go in the first half. Dordt all over Dakota Wesleyan over in Iowa. They've got a 38-0 lead. The game tonight is going to have Doane. They're going to be on the road playing at Concordia in GPAC action under the lights tonight. Halftime here, 10-3 is the score. Hastings College is trailing Midland University. We'll have more after this. You're listening to Bronco Football.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Hastings College is trailing here at halftime to Midland. The score is 10-3. Some major college football scores to pass along to you here at halftime. Texas is leading San Jose State. They are in the fourth quarter, 38-7. Longhorns have the lead there. Illinois is out on top of Duke, 31-19. They're in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter score, Florida State is beating East Texas A&M. The score is 77-3. The Iowa Hawkeyes tied up with Iowa State 13 points apiece. They're in the fourth quarter. SMU has got the lead over Baylor, 38-31. Indiana is leading Kennesaw State, 56-9. They're in the fourth quarter. Texas Tech, 62. Kent State, 14. 5 minutes to go. Quickly, how many points is that, Jimmy? 62-14. That's about
76.
What is that? 46 points? No, what is that? 62 minus 14. That's about 48 points.
48.
I think that was part of my Blazing 5 this week on my show.
I knew you were going somewhere with that.
I thought I was getting 48.5. So right now, Kent State's covering against the Texas Tech for my Blazing 5 this week. Minnesota has got the lead over Northwestern State, 66-0. They're in the fourth quarter. You got Pittsburgh leading Central Michigan, 44-17. They're in the fourth. UConn 17, Syracuse 12. That's in the fourth quarter. Third quarter score, Jacksonville State 17, Liberty 10. Third quarter score, Texas A&M 30, Utah State 6. Wake Forest is leading Western Carolina. Actually, it's still scoreless, 0-0. They're in a weather delay. Temple has got the lead over Howard, 21-0. Georgia is leading Austin Peay 14-0. They're in the second quarter. So some major college football scores. No final scores in yet in major college football as we're still early on this Saturday. We do have one game that's gone final here. It's Florida State now has beaten East Tennessee A&M, or East Texas A&M, 77-3. That game is now final. And North Carolina State has gotten by Virginia today by a score of 35-31. We're at halftime here, Bronco football for you on Extreme Sports. It's Midland out on top of Hastings, scoring a late second quarter touchdown. They've got a 7-point lead over the Broncos. It's Midland 10 and Hastings 3. That's the halftime show. Stick around. The second half is coming up. You're listening to Bronco football.
The halftime show has been brought to you by Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for healthcare since 1963. Stay tuned. The second half is coming up on your exclusive home for Bronco sports, Extreme Sports.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, Locally made, naturally delicious.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
You are locked in to Extreme Sports. Let's get back to the action with Mike Will and Jimmy Purcell.
All right, back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, the Osborne Sports Complex is a 10-3 ball game. Midland has got the lead over Hastings College as we get ready for half number 2. Broncos again falling behind after Midland went on a long time-consuming drive there at the end of the second quarter to grab the advantage here. It's 10-3 to begin the third quarter as Midland will kick off. Hastings will field the ball. Now they drop it inside the 20. They're hemmed up against the sideline, and the Broncos going to be decked down at the 18-yard line. So that's where Hastings will start, deep in their own end zone here, or toward their own end zone, back here at the 18-yard line.
Well, we'll see what Hastings has to put on the field here in the second half. Again, the Broncos with 99 yards of total offense in that first half. We'll check personnel as they come out onto the field.
Jared Sinek will start. We saw Carson Kalachak warm up here at in between the halftime break and the beginning of the third, but Jared Sinek will trot back out with the number one offense here for Hastings. Will start the drive from the 18-yard line. Sinek is going to hand the ball away, sliding through there across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carrying the football there is Armbruster, so he gets the start here in the third. You and I kind of looked at each other to begin the third quarter, Jimmy, when Carson Kalachak was throwing the ball. I said I wouldn't be surprised. That's 2 weeks in a row that, other than our rushing attack last week at Doane, we really haven't got the passing game started here with Sinek. There's another running play to Armbruster. He angles off on the left side. Of course, Carson was our starter most of the season last year. He final 6 games of the season before that, and he was replaced here by Jared Sinek during the fall workouts here, as he was named the number one quarterback going into the Doane game last week.
Not trying to start anything, but through 6 quarters, 126 yards is all that Sinek has thrown for.
We'll see what happens here.
We'll see what happens. A couple of carries by Armbruster, 8 yards, 3rd down and 2 here for Hastings.
Sinek waiting for the ball. He's got it. He's going to throw for it here. The pass is going to be caught here by Nappy. Nappy brings it across the third. Rather, Bargan, yeah. Bargan, the tight end for Hastings, brings the ball across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jake Bargan, 6'3", 230-pound senior out of Utica, picks up the reception here.
Bargan with 3 catches now in the game and 28 yards. Man, he's a moose. He was down here warming up when they come back out after halftime break. He fits the bill of a tight end.
He was kind of underutilized a season ago in the old system here, but they're rededicating to the tight end here under this new system with our new offensive coordinator. Across the 35, there's a running play out to about the 36-yard line. So if you like offense, this is not what you might call one of the most exciting games that you will see on a Saturday afternoon, but the Broncos are staying closer, trailing 10-3.
Well, and this is the type of game it's been. It's been time of possession game, and Midland has done a great job just keeping the ball on the ground, kind of working the first downs, working the field. They took a lot of time off the clock in the last drive going into halftime, and that's what Hastings needs to do. They just need to keep doing what they're doing, moving the chains methodically downfield and try to get some points on the board here. Hastings looks at a 2nd down and 6.
Sinek with an empty backfield. He's got the ball. He's going to throw it out here to the near side. It's going to be through the intended receiver. That's a Caden Merriman who's into the ball game. Right here in front of the Bronco bench. It goes through his fingertips. Incomplete pass. Now Hastings looking at 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Yeah, big rush coming from the backside. Sinek could feel it. He threw the ball a little high for Merriman, but it wouldn't have gone for very much. There was a defender right in the hip pocket of Merriman. That would have maybe picked up a couple of yards unless he could have broke free. So 3rd down and 6. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. 12-16 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Midland leads 10-3.
Hastings with the ball in their own 37. Broncos working left to right here in the 3rd. Sinek backs up. There's a pass almost intercepted.
Boy.
Almost intercepted. Getting his hands on it there for Midland. The linebacker Carter Wagner knocks that ball down. Nearly intercepted the ball, and it's going to bring up a 4th down situation. 4th down and 6 for the Broncos.
Ooh, and that could have been dangerous waters there. That he jumped right in front of the intended receiver. Could have took that to the house.
Now Dinkert drops back deep.
Yeah, you really got to know. Trayvon Shaw, I'm sure, is aware of who is back deep, and he'll do everything he can to try to keep it away from Dinkert. He can score from anywhere.
There's a Shaw. He's going to kick the ball to the nearest side to try to use that sideline, and he gets the ball out of bounds here down around the 20-yard line. Officials come up. They're going to spot the ball closer to the 25 or 26 where it goes out of bounds. Some way they have a little system here as the officials work the sidelines, and they bring the ball up to the 26.
Pretty good job. Low spiral on the rugby-style kick. 38 on the kick. I don't know what method they have other than just same method you and I have.
Well,
walk to where you think it crossed the out-of-bounds line.
We always compared it to the little guy on the Price is Right.
Price is Right, yeah.
So anyway, Midland has got the ball. We got a good-sized crowd on hand today.
You haven't heard them.
No, it's been kind of a fairly quiet crowd on hand here at Lloyd Wilson Field. 10-3 is the score. Midland has got the lead. Here's a running play here. And I think that's Dinkert taking the ball to the 26-yard line. So a pickup of about a yard on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Playing for the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy here this afternoon. Tyson Dinkert wearing the number 31. Worn by Watchorn back there during his days at Midland. So they're honoring him. Here's Johnson. He wants to throw the football. Now he's going to run it to the near sideline, and he goes crashing out of bounds in front of the Bronco bench. Hastings very nicely helps him up. He heads back to the huddle here. It's going to bring up a 3rd down situation.
Yeah, 4-yard scamper off right side or left side right down here in front of us. And the quarterback had a lineman trailing him to make sure there wasn't any picking on him. A lot of jawing going on here in this ball game. So 3rd down and about, we'll call it 6 yards to go here for Midland. Ball at the 30.
2 wide receivers split to the right side. 2 wide receivers to the left. That's a Dinkert in the backfield. Here's Johnson. He wants to throw. Surveys. Now he's being pressured. Rolls to his right. Hangs on to it. Gets to the sideline and throws the ball on the turf. And now a late penalty flag comes down on the opposite side of the field. That all went to the right sideline. And the line judge here on the near side throws a penalty flag away from all the action here.
I don't know what he's seen that the other officials could not have. As the play was all over to that side of the field, if somebody said something over here, a sideline warning.
That's going to be an illegal man downfield here.
Yeah,
Initially, they had some Midland guys plotting down there. I thought that was going to go against Hastings, but they make the indication it's going to be an illegal man downfield here for Midland. The result of the play was an incomplete pass, so it's going to bring up 4th down, and Hastings will get the ball back. So we'll see what we're going to do offensively here. The Broncos continue to struggle in this ball game offensively.
Colton Marsh back deep for Hastings. He'll stand just inside his 30-yard line.
Midland will punt. Gavin Rowall is the punter. He gets into it. And here is a fair catch called for and made back here at the 24-yard line. So Hastings will get the ball. You're listening to Bronco football here this afternoon on Extreme Sports Brought to you in part by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, by High Street Insurance Partners, by Highland Dairy, and by Bob Sass Flowers of Hastings. We're in the third quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. Midland has got the lead here in this one. Midland 0-1 in the season. Hastings at 1-0. Hastings playing their home opener here this afternoon. The 2025 season, Seneca comes back out here for the Broncos. They're going to start this drive. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 24-yard line. Seneca will send a man in motion over to the right side of the formation. Seneca waiting for the ball. He's going to give it away to a Merriman, and Merriman is going to be throwing for a loss.
Boy, and that play looked ugly as Seneca rolled off the left side. It was like he had to reach to try to get it into Merriman's hands, and then almost pulled it out.
It looked like he rode him in there pretty hard and didn't know if he wanted to get rid of the ball or not. Merriman chicken, he was snowed under. Loss of 2 yards in the play. That didn't look right.
No, something was amiss there. Hastings offensively, after putting a pretty good performance up a week ago, not real good here today. Second down, and we'll call it 12 for Hastings.
Seneca directing some of the traffic in the backfield now. He's going to hand the ball back away to a Merriman. He slides through there across the 25-yard line, maybe to the 26. So not much. He lost yardage on the previous running play. Now they get that back in a yard or two. So Hastings looking at third down and long. We're in the third quarter, 9:38 to play. Hastings still trailing Midland in a big ball game this afternoon. The score is 10-3.
4 rushing plays for Hastings here in the third quarter, just 6 yards. Seneca has thrown it a couple of times, just one completion for 6 yards, and the Broncos look at a third down and 9.
Merriman in the backfield, just to the right of Seneca. Seneca grabs the ball. They throw it out to Merriman here in open space, 25. He's at the 29. He busts his way to the 30. He is brought down. He's going to be short of the first down. They try to throw it out in open space. They're trying to get him out there one-on-one, but Midland had a lot of guys out here defensively. They bring him down short of the first down stakes. And again, Hastings College will have to punt. The offensive gurus just to our left here not happy with the Bronco offensive production so far.
Nope, crossed arms, and you can tell there's frustration building. Trayvon Shaw will do the punting duties again. He'll stand at around his 15-yard line, 16-yard line. Dankert back deep. He'll stand just inside the 35.
High snap. Penalty flags come down. Shaw gets it away. Bounces at the 42. Takes a Hastings bounce. Look at the roll across the 25. Across the 20. And they're going to be downing the football down around the 19. Now we'll check out the penalty flag back upfield.
Will this be enough?
It depends on what.
Remember, our chain gang's already picked up stakes, so I don't.
Yeah, hold on here.
First down, yep, that's what I wondered.
Yeah, we don't have the field microphones working here today, but it's going to be a penalty on Midland, a 5-yard penalty on the Warriors. And is that going to be enough for a first down?
Yeah.
You
wouldn't know it by looking at the chain gang, but no. Mr. Official, he said that'll be a first down. So we'll have to adjust the chain.
Yeah, where the down marker is, it's not 5 yards. It was more like 8 yards.
Okay, hold on. You guys.
Now, hold on. We got to
Hold on. Yeah, we can't play. We can't play football with the way we've got it.
The chains over there is all screwed up.
Well, first game. First game jitters for the chain gang.
All right, we've got them set now. Now we got a first down. Hastings in the offense back onto the field here. So a penalty on Midland gives Hastings new life. Broncos will have another set of downs. Seneca with the ball, hands it away. Sliding through there is going to be Armbruster across the 40-yard line to the 41, where he's going to be brought down there. Tackle made by Carson Crouch. Crouch, the 5'10", 165-pound senior out of Elkhorn South.
It is.
It's him. That's his son.
Yep, former Heisman Trophy, Eric Crouch's son.
Yeah, Eric spent some time on the coaching staff here.
Yeah, I could dig back through my photos. I've got a picture of you and me with Eric Crouch.
Yeah, one of the first times he came here.
Yeah.
So a pickup on the last play of about 5 yards. Second down, 5 yards to go. Low snap. Senek has problems. He picks it up off of the turf. Now throws the home run ball downfield. It's going to be caught and dropped down here at the 10-yard line. That was Damian Jenkins who had it in his hands inside the 15-yard line and drops the ball. Incomplete pass after it was a disaster back up at the line of scrimmage when Senek dropped the ball and had to pick it up off of the turf. Then he winds up and throws the home run ball, and Jenkins drops the football at the Midland 15-yard line.
Yep, should have been a first and goal there for Hastings, and Senek did the right thing. He maintained possession, turned around, didn't have anybody in his face. Seen Jenkins blasting down the near sidelines, just threw it as far as he could, and he did what he needed. He delivered the ball right on the money. Now 3rd and 5 here for Hastings.
Senek backs up again, surveys the field. Now he runs it. Senek is at the 40-yard line. He skips out of bounds at the 42. That does him no good.
No.
That's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and about 3. And Hastings will have to end up punting the football. They got a break on the last time they punted and had a penalty on the Midland. They gave him a 1st down, but Hastings goes 3 plays and out. We'll have to punt the football anyway. Dropping back deep will be Dinkert. He will stand back here at the 25-yard line. We're down to 7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Still a 10-3 ball game. Midland with a hard-fought lead over Hastings College here this afternoon. Shaw into the football. Angles it to the far side. Kicks it away from Dinkert. Bounces at the 20. The Broncos will surround the ball. He lets it bounce down to the 18-yard line. And Midland will come back out here at their own 18.
A good little wrestling match back here at about the 40-yard line between a couple of guys. Matt Franzen, he gave him a high five when he come off the field. If they'd have thrown a flag for 15 yards, I don't think he would have been so nice. As now Matt Franzen going to go over and get in the offensive huddle. As the defense back out on the field, 6:43 left to go. Midland still leads 10-3. Not the most exciting football game that we have done over our 26 illustrious years.
It might go down as the other end of the scale. Here's a running play again to Dinkert. Dinkert moves the ball from the 18 to the 20-yard line, pick up a 2. Sometimes you just got to grind out wins. We got to find some way to get some offense going here today.
Yeah, we had 99 yards in the first half. We've got 19 here in the 3rd quarter.
Couple of possessions for Hastings.
Not very good.
6:13 to go. 3rd quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. Hastings trailing Midland. Action for the Great Plains Athletic Conference here this afternoon. Johnson, play action pass, winds up, throws the ball down the right sideline. One-handed grabbing attempt, and it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy.
That was close.
Yes, it was. Guy downfield. They were running stride for stride.
Trey Marks, the intended receiver there, nearly stuck his meat hook out there and grabbed that baby one-handed. They were fighting down the far sideline.
Jensen Olford on coverage down there.
No penalty flags.
I thought he had a hold of his left arm.
No, you didn't see that.
Well, if I couldn't see it, the official obviously couldn't see it.
3rd down, 8 yards to go.
Boy.
Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line of Midland. Man comes in motion. That's Dinkert to the near side. Here's Johnson. He's going to throw the ball again. He's got a man, and he overshoots him down here at the 45-yard line of Hastings.
That was Olford on coverage again, and he was beaten. If that ball is money and right on the spot, he's just getting into the end zone right now. That was 6 points.
That was Marks again.
Yeah. Boy, Olford got toasted there.
Twice.
Yeah.
But fortunately enough, the ball falls to the turf. Incomplete pass, and it's going to make up a 3rd down. It should be 4th down. Yeah, 4th down and 8 yards to go.
And here is the theme of the 3rd quarter. 3 plays, punt, Colton Marsh back deep. Good snap.
Here comes the kick by Midland. It's going to be high in the air. It bounces at the 50-yard line. The kick by Rowall. That's going to take a Midland bounce, and it's going to be down here at the 35-yard line. Well, no harm done yet, but we got to find some offense here. 5:41 to play, 3rd quarter. It is a 10-3 ball game. Midland with a lead over Hastings College here this afternoon.
Weather's beautiful. Beautiful day. Light
You couldn't
wind.
ask for anything better.
Oh, I know it. It is gorgeous. We lost our main man today. He thought golfing was more important than being with us.
Well, we got a 3-man crew.
Well, yeah. We
got Marcus down there in the sideline, Marcus Metcalf, and he's still basking in the sunshine. He's got the suntan lotion out there.
Yeah, I hope he puts some on. He'll get burnt down there today.
Enjoying the day. Let's see. We got Senate coming back out here for the Broncos. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Sennick fakes it. Now he runs it to the near side. A pass is going to be thrown and caught. The short pickup to the 32-yard line.
Actually going to be a loss to Nappy. That be a loss of a couple of yards there. Sennick's not the most the quickest quarterback that we've ever had here, and just tough for him to get away from traffic. And he had a guy coming hard from him. Got a hold of the back of his jersey. He's seen the only guy available, and that was Nappy. He made the catch. Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12.
Boy, the offense just continues to sputter. It's like my old 62 Buick that only was running.
Still running?
Yeah, it only runs on about 3 cylinders, though. And that's the way our offense is running here this afternoon. Here's a Sennick going to hand the ball away, sliding through there across the 35 out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be Caden Merriman. Down to the Broncos sidelines, Marcus Metcalf is down there. Marcus, what do you see from the Hastings sidelines here this afternoon?
These guys are always juiced up down here, guys. It's been chippy from the very beginning, and it's still continuing to right now and then here at the end of the third quarter. So this team is ready to go. They want this team to, especially this offense, get going here and get some momentum going.
All right, we're sitting at 3rd down and 5 yards to go here. Here's a Sennick. He backs up. He throws the ball. Little screen passes set up here. That's going to be Bargan with the ball. Bargan across the 50, 45. Hurdles a man. Takes the ball down to the 40-yard line. A 1st down. So they set up the tight end screen. Jake Bargan grabs it and hurdles all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now we got an injured player down here for the Warriors right at the 40. Nice play there by the Broncos.
Oh, I tell you what. Look at what the married man can do. I wonder if he did that at the wedding dance. Hurdled a bunch of guys down there. That was impressive. He is a big man, and for him to jump up in the air like that and get up over top of a defender, that was 19 on the pass and catch, and give him credit. That was a high ball coming from the quarterback on the screen. He had to climb the ladder to get it, runs right across the red H, pulls away from a few guys. And
yeah, I think Bargan's got the dancing shoes. Is he a type? I think he does.
I'll bet he does.
He just showed some athleticism there as he hurdles a man down at the 40-yard line before he is brought down. I bet he's got a wild set of dancing shoes, doesn't he?
I'll bet he does.
Yeah,
look at the left knee of the Midland defender down there at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Jake got buried during the offseason, finishing out his career here at Hastings College, a senior here this year. So we got an injury timeout, 4:07. The play in the third quarter. We'll take a break with a score. Midland 10, Hastings 3. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
When the lights go down in Hastings, the party starts at the 2nd Street Slammer. It is more than a bar. It is your weekend headquarters for live DJs, cold drinks, and nonstop fun. Whether you are here to dance or just kick back with friends, there is always something going on. Big energy, friendly faces, and a night you will not forget. Open Thursday through Saturday at 2315 West 2nd Street. Do not just go out, go all out. Only at the 2nd Street Slammer.
All right, as we come back, Sennick drops back to throw, and he is decked, and he drops the football, but Hastings fortunately gets back on top of the ball. But back here at the 48-yard line, a huge loss. So just as the Broncos made a nice play with that little tight end screen to a bargain. Then we have a bad snap and a bad play, and that puts us back behind the chains here. Second down and 17 yards to go. Ball pushed back here at the 48-yard line. Hastings trailing in the ball game by a score of 10-3. Sinek waiting for the snap. He's got it. He backs up. Looks right. Throws right. Man out here. Nappy grabs the ball at the 10-yard line and takes the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. Eli Nappy over his left shoulder grabs the ball, hauls it in, and it's a touchdown. Hastings 48-yard touchdown scoring strike.
For Nappy, just his second catch here today. Third catch on the season. First touchdown on the season. And finally, we get some action from the offensive side of things. That was a beautifully thrown ball by Jared Sinek. That's good for 48 yards. And now we've got the extra point coming here from Colton Wilmot.
Wilmot hit a field goal earlier in the day. That was their first score of the Broncos in the first quarter. Extra point is going to be blocked. The PAT is going to be blocked, so Hastings will still trail in this ball game. So the extra point is blocked there by Midland. They come up with a big block, and we've got a timeout. 2:59 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break with the score: Midland 10, Hastings 9. You're listening to Bronco Football on Extreme Sports.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
You are locked in to Extreme Sports. Let's get back to the action with Mike Will and Jimmy Purcell.
All right, back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, Midland with a big block. I was just trying to watch the replay there to see if I could get a number right in the center of the line for Midland. They knocked the ball away, so a big extra point block there, and it's still a Midland lead here with 2 minutes and 59 seconds to play. In the third quarter, it's 10-9. Midland has got the lead. Now we're going to be chasing that point here.
Well, you are. You got to play. You got to play all aspects of the game. You got to play special teams. You got to play them very well, and you've got to block up front. And obviously, a guy just breaks the wedge and gets through there as they're into the football. It'll come down at the 15-yard line.
Dinkert has got it. Dinkert back to the right side at the 20. Eludes man 25 now. Breaks to the near side, 30-yard line, shifts gears and brings it across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. Yeah, I don't think you don't want to kick to that cat. He just brought that baby back and just kind of was gliding right, and he glides back left.
What?
They finally knock him down at the 38-yard line.
I was looking who the guy was that got run over. That was Wyatt Ryan for Hastings, and Dinker just... He's solid. I'm telling you, he'll lay a whopping on you if you're in the road, and he did. And that's a good return out to the 38-yard line.
Here's Midland with the ball. A pass to the far side is going to be caught over there and then out of bounds. The other quarterback is back in there now. This is Zach Congleton is back in there. He throws a pass out there to T.J. Covington, the sophomore wide receiver out of Brooklyn, New York. That combination works for a pass completion of about 7 yards. Second down, 3 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is the 44-yard line of Midland. They dropped the ball. Now they hand it away. That's going to be Isaiah Tucker taking the ball close to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Yeah, they snapped the ball. Congleton dropped it out of his hands, picks it up off of the turf, hands it away to Isaiah Tucker. And Tucker, he picks up the first down at the 50-yard line.
Well, I think the only way we're going to find out is probably to go to the Dinkert, the Kennesaw Motors tailgate party after this to find out if Tyson is dinged up in some manner here today. We haven't seen a lot of him.
Here's another running play. I think that's Tucker taking the ball to the 49. And Jimmy, you'll see the same thing I am down here in front of the fence down here that Carson Kolachek is again up and throwing behind the Bronco bench here.
The only thing that would lead me to that scenario is I think Jarrett took another shot when he threw that ball, unloaded it, because he come off. The trainers were looking at him.
Here's Congleton running the football to the right side as he brings the ball down to the 44-yard line. That's why you have more than one quarterback.
Yeah, in this league.
That's why we got a couple of good ones here.
Yeah, this league, it's a physical game, and each and every week is tough.
So now Midland looking at a third down situation. Third down, and we'll call it 5 yards to go. The Bronco defense needs to come up with a big stop here. They had 2 goal line stands a week ago. Congleton throws the ball. It's going to be caught here. First down and more. That's at Covington as he takes the ball inside the 30. He's knocked down as he comes to the near sideline.
All alone, nobody catching him out of the backfield.
Kellen Robertus has got to finally knock him out of bounds, but Midland comes up with a big first down here as they'll spot the football down at the 26-yard line.
19-yard pass and catch it again. He had all kinds of room out there to run. Defender finally comes over and chops his legs out from underneath of him, but out the 25-yard line, they'll spot it down officially the 26. We're going to be inside 30 seconds here in the third quarter with Midland on the move.
Congleton fakes the ball. Now he's going to hand it away. Tucker to the 25. Tucker angles off to the right side to the 25-yard line. Just a short pickup. That's Lambert into the stop for Hastings on defense. And that should be the end of the third quarter. And that's going to be the case. Midland will let the time tick down. We'll switch ends. So everything we expected here in this one. A couple of rivals in the Great Plains Athletic Conference meeting for the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy here this afternoon in Hastings. We're through 3 quarters. The score, Midland 10, Hastings 9. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
You are locked in to Extreme Sports. Let's get back to the action with Mike Will and Jimmy Purcell.
All right, we start the fourth quarter here. The Broncos trailing by a score of 10-9. Here's a Dinker with the ball dinkered across the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So Hastings still trailing here, Jimmy, 10-9 as we work ourselves into the fourth quarter.
Get you some numbers through 3 quarters. The stats are brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. If you have problems with your furnace this winter, call the experts at Ruts with over 50 years of experience. For Midland through 3 quarters, 215 yards on 51 offensive plays. That's 113 through the air, 102 on the ground. For Hastings, 200 total, 112 through the air, 88 on the ground. What a heavyweight match we've got, and what a finish I think we're going to have here. Midland looks at a third down and about 6 yards to go, just underway in quarter number 4.
Yeah, Broncos need to stop here defensively. How about some of this juice that we had a week ago in the ball game against Doane, where we had 2 goal line stands in the third quarter. That's just something that we need right here. Although we're not on the goal line, we need to stop. Broncos are trailing here 10-9.
Yeah, you can ill afford to give up a touchdown here with the way this game has really been played out.
Here comes Dinkert in motion to the near side. Congleton has got the ball. Congleton has still got it 25. He's going to run 20, and he skips out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. I think he got out of bounds a little bit too soon there. Nope, they're going to move to 6. Or are they? It's hard to tell. Yeah, they're going to move the 6.
Yeah.
They're going to move the 6 down here at the 16. He just got the first down stakes.
12th first down for Midland here today as they continue on the march in the red zone inside the Hastings 20 down to the 16-yard line. And, yeah, Hastings defensively come up with some big stops a week ago against Doane. They're going to need to flex their muscles here at the final stages of this ball game.
Here's a handoff to a Dinkert. He slides through one would-be tackler and takes the ball inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. E.J. Hernandez in the stop for Hastings defensively. So now Midland is on the run here, putting a drive together. They've got a 1-point lead at 10-9. Hastings scoring in the third quarter after trailing 10-3 at halftime. But now Midland on a long drive here. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. They've gone 8 plays in 46 yards so far. They have moved the ball down here to the Hastings College 13-yard line. Dinkert with a carry across the 10 to the 5-yard line, down to the 2 before he's brought down by Sam All, the safety for Hastings from Cedar Creek, Nebraska, who makes the stop. But a good run there by Dinkert as he moves the ball down to the 2-yard line. And now Midland is sitting at point-blank range. First down and goal from the Hastings 2-yard line with under 13 minutes to play in the game in a 10-9 contest.
Tyson Dinkert, tracker, 15 carries, 68 yards.
Here's another carry by Dinkert, and he takes it into the end zone for the score. An easy touchdown for Tyson Dinkert, the senior out of Kennesaw. He bangs it in there from 3 yards out. Midland goes out on top by a score of 16-9.
Now 16 carries and 71 yards. Just quietly, he just keeps creeping up the statistics board. We haven't seen a lot of him. I think that he's experienced some sort of injury because normally we see him a lot in every series here today. We have not seen him a bunch, but anyway, he takes it in from 3 yards out, puts Midland up. This is a big extra point here.
Spicer into the ball game here to attempt a PAT. 16-9 is the score. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up, and that one goes slicing through the uprights. It is good. So the PAT is good. 12 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the football game. It's still a one-possession ball game. The score, Midland 17, Hastings 9. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
All right, here's the kickoff. Hastings will field it. They fumble the football at the 10. They pick it up at the 15-yard line, dancing their way out to about the 17-18. That's where Hastings College will start. Now it's a 17-9 ball game. Hastings College is trailing in this contest as the Broncos will come out now in the shadows of their own goalpost.
You remember last year, our punt returns, kickoff returns, the trouble we had handling the ball, when to field the ball.
Yeah, that one was a very good.
That was not very good. Anyway, Hastings will take over at their own 19-yard line. Can't really take too much time off the clock here.
It's just still a one-possession ball game, however.
I know.
You're getting a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Sinek back in there. He's under pressure. He's under siege, and he's going to be jerked down. Going to be jerked down back here at the 10-yard line. That's number 99, Dom Roletter, a 6'1", 270-pound sophomore out of Wahoo. getting in there and recording his sack on the Senek all the way back to the 10. A loss of about, 9 yards in the play. 2nd and 19 for the Broncos.
You would think them horns would run out of gas sooner or later. They must have them hooked up to the generators over there. They have been busy with them darn things all day long.
2nd and 19. Senek with an empty backfield. Low snap. Pulls it off of the turf. Throws it to the far side. It's incomplete.
Nearly intercepted on the tip.
The ball was tipped over there. They got to the intended receiver out toward the numbers. It was ricocheting off of a couple of set of hands, but end result, incomplete pass, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd down and 19 yards to go. Hastings with the ball on their own 10-yard line.
We must have had a penalty flag. Here comes
holding on the Broncos.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be declined, so the down will stand. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here. 3rd down and 19 for Hastings.
We don't get any sizable yardage here. We're going to be 4 or 5 yards deep in our own end zone to try to punt this one away, and you know who is the return man.
I wouldn't let him even get near it.
I wouldn't think they would.
So 3rd and 19. Hastings needs a big play here offensively. Senek with 3 wide receivers out to the left side. Senek with the ball. Backs up into the end zone. Throws it downfield. It's going to be caught out here at the 40-yard line to the 44. The reception is made there by the Broncos out here. A big reception made by Hastings College. And grabbing the ball is going to be
Quason Hill.
Quason, he's in there now for Hastings. Looked like that number 9 was the number 7 of that. Who in the heck is that? But Quason Hill makes the reception. He's been quiet all day today. And he picks up a big reception there. They get the Broncos a 1st down. And also out from they're into the end zone here, into the field. Now we got an injured Warrior out there at about the 48-yard line.
35 on the pass and catch. And how did he get all alone? That was a good pass there by Senek. Give him some time back there, his offensive line did, and Hill was right between the hash marks, hit him right on the button, brought him down 35 on the pass and catch. That is the 9th 1st down for Hastings here today as they get the injured player off the field.
We'll be in Sioux City next Saturday. Hastings in Briar Cliff. Kickoff will be at 1. Pregame show begins at noon next week up in Sioux City. You know what that means?
Uh-huh. We sure do. 26 years of it.
We've got to bring the ladder. Bring the ladder. We'll be high above this field next week.
Hope we don't need a tarp.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Hastings with the ball on their own 45-yard line. Here's Merriman trying to get to the right side. He's going to be hitting down. He goes. That's the only site that we need the ladder and the sky hook, as we'll be on top of the press box next week in Sioux City.
Well, to see if we could just rent a boom truck.
Well, if it's a day like today, it's all right.
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
a day like we had 2 years ago, that's when the big thunderstorm came through.
Well, it was because it was a night game.
That was a night game.
So to add injury to insult, and thank God the farm store was right behind the stadium.
But we didn't execute putting the tarp on.
No, we didn't. Of course, there was some wind. And
yeah, we really struggled with putting the tarp over us 2 years ago.
Didn't work well.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. No gain in the last play. Senek with a fake, and now he throws the ball down the left sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Damian Jenkins was the intended receiver, but that one was thrown long and out of bounds. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 10. Yeah, we might need to get the team together this week and practice putting a tarp on in the wind, if we could do that some way, because we did not execute, and it was not pretty on top of the press box 2 years ago.
Well, it almost took Gino off the top. He had a hold of 2 ends of it. Yeah, well, you can't hold on to it and make it like a parachute.
Well, number one, I think the tarp was way too big for what we needed.
Probably was.
3rd down and 10. Hastings with a big play here at their own 45-yard line, trailing in the ball game 17-9. Senek backs up. Pass is going to be caught and dropped.
Oh, another one by Jenkins.
At the 43-yard line of Midland, that would have been enough for a 1st down.
Senek took another shot.
He's slow in getting up again. And that's going to be the case. Is that Senek? Yeah, that's not Senek. Yeah, it is him.
Boy, he is gingerly coming off, holding that right arm. That ain't good. Jenkins' 2nd drop here today. Boy, you've got to, with all the receivers that this team has in the stable, you need to be making catches or you'll be watching from the sidelines.
So that was a third down play, so Hastings will have to punt. 10:20 to play as Sinek comes off with an injury. Here's the punt now by Shaw. It's going to roll dead at the 15-yard line. We're trying to get to Marcus down there and check on Sinek down here. Is going to receive some medical attention down here on the bench for Hastings College.
Got a penalty on that right towards the end of well, there was no return. Dinkert got away from the football. Had a little extracurricular activity at about the 25-yard line. I think that's probably what the flag is, as Carson Kulacek starts warming up. Don't know the status of Jarrett Sinek.
We got Marcus down on the Hastings sideline.
Yeah, Coach Franzen was yelling at the official down here saying he got hit towards his head down there, guys. So he's kind of looking at his shoulder, but he got hit in the head. I think he got hit in the head pretty good. So he's walked off a little woozy and see how he's going to go. Like you said, you got Kulacek here rolling up down here.
He's down on the Hastings bench right now. We're going to have a penalty here. It's going to go on Midland. So they're going to tack on some yardage here. So Hastings will get a benefit, or they're going to re-kick this. I think they're going to come back and re-kick it. Now they're going to have to explain things to the Midland sideline. So they're going to re-kick the ball. They're going to force Midland to punt it again, maybe trying to get to a better field position. 17-9 is the score. No, the penalty is going to go on the Hastings. Penalty is going to go on the Broncos, so they're going to bring the ball back to the 35-yard line, and Hastings will have to punt the football again. So here comes Shaw back out. He'll try it again. Bronco football for you here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. Brought to you in part by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, by High Street Insurance Partners, by Highland Dairy, Mammoth Sports Construction, by Mary Lanning Hospital, by Pepsi, by Runza, and by the Great Plains Athletic Conference.
Tell you what, Shaw's done a pretty good job today keeping that football away from Dinkert. He's frustrated. He wants to get his hands on the ball, but just continues to work the field. And that got a nice roll after the punt down around the 20-yard line.
I think at the end of the school year, I think we load up everybody and we go up to Tyson's graduation and get him a present. We don't have to see him again.
Tell you what, it'd be some good eats.
Yeah, Pops.
I tell you what, Dad don't spare anything when he's putting a party on.
I just hope he's got some of that smoked turkey left for the post-tailgate party.
You can sneak over there now. There's nobody over there.
Nobody in line. Here's Midland with the ball. Now Hastings has got to make some stops here defensively. We cannot let Midland go on a long drive here, Jimmy. We're down by a score, 17-9. But now the clock is at 9:47 of this fourth quarter.
Dinkert with a carry right up the middle. That one's good for about 9 yards. Dinkert with 17 carries and 80 yards and a touchdown. Second down and 1 here from the 30 for Midland.
Midland has had 2 different quarterbacks in there. This is Congleton back in there now as he hands the ball away. That's going to go to Dinkert. Again, he only needed about 2 yards for the first down. I don't think he got that. They're going to put the ball down here at about the 29.
Lost a yard.
Maybe a yard. So it's third down here for Midland. Ball resting between the 29 and 30. Broncos need to stop right here. Get their offense back out there as Carson Kulacek warms up down here for the Broncos. Here's a running play again. Congleton is going to run the ball, and he's going to be decked. He's going to be decked. A solid hit there as Congleton had no place to go, and Midland goes 3 plays and out. The Bronco defense does their job. Hastings will get the ball back. Here's a Colton Marsh. He'll trot back out on the field. He will try to return this kick. And here comes the punt team back out here for Midland. It's going to be Gavin Rowall, the punter for Midland. He averaged 37.2 yards per kick a week ago in that non-conference loss to the University of Mary. So Marsh, he returned kicks a season ago for the Broncos and had a little success. Here comes the kick by Rowall.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a good one. Marsh backs up, back to the 21-yard line. Retreats inside the 20 and is going to be brought down here at the 15-yard line. Great coverage, and down there on the special teams is going to be Zach Charlton, a reserve defensive back from San Francisco. Downfield quickly and gets a hold of Colton Marsh and spins him down like a top inside the 20-yard line.
Jared Sinek must have passed all the tests. I see he is snapping on his headgear, getting ready to go back out there. So he's been beat around. He was beat up last week in the Doane game. Penalty flags are down here at about the 32-yard line.
So penalty flags way back upfield here. So here comes the indication from the head man out here. It's going to be a holding call. Holding call on Hastings, half of the distance to the goal line.
My goodness.
So in addition to a great punt, Midland gets a benefit of a holding call on Hastings, and that's going to march him back here. So they switch the ends of the field here, and now Hastings got a long way to go with 8 minutes and 1 second to play in the fourth quarter. Hastings trailing the ball game by a score of 17-9. It was 10-7. Midland had the lead at halftime. Hastings scores in the third quarter, but they missed the extra points. Midland comes back and gets a short touchdown run from Tyson Dinkerts. They convert on the extra points. Thus the margin here at 17-9. Midland with a lead. Sinek is going to hand the ball away. Inside handoff, and not much there.
Late penalty flag over here by the line judge on this side. Boy, we can ill afford to give up any more distance. Trying to get our running game going. We have not had much in that area here today. Midland's done a much better job than Doane did against our running backs.
So as happy as we were when we left Crete last Saturday, Jimmy, I think we're going to be equally disappointed here unless something magically happens in the final 7 minutes and 55 seconds.
As in past years, I've kind of got that uneasy feeling in my stomach.
Now we're going to have a penalty on Hastings, but it's going to be declined here.
That's 5 penalties on Hastings here today.
So they're going to keep the result of the play, which is no gain. Second down and 10. Yeah, we had problems in the passing game a week ago. Today, we had some guys open, but we've also had some guys that dropped some crucial balls today.
Yeah, Sinek unofficially 147 and a touchdown here today.
Sinek waiting for the snap. He's got it. He backs up to the goal line, throws the ball. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line, across the 25, out to the 27. That's going to be Quayshawn Hill with a reception there for the Broncos. As he brings it to the 28, that's going to be a first down. So right between the two hash marks, Sinek threads the needle there, gets the first down. Broncos are trailing the ball game by a score of 17-9. Clock is running with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play. There's a handoff to Merriman. Caden Merriman across the 30. Brings it to the 33-yard line before he's brought down on the play. To bring up a second down situation. Jay Ballard into the stop for the Warriors defensively, the junior out of Baltimore, Maryland. Second down here for Hastings. Second down, 5 yards to go. Ball is at their own 33-yard line. There's a Sinek with the ball. He backs up. Now he runs it. He throws it. It's going to be incomplete. Down around the shoe tops on Merriman. Good pressure there by the Midland University defense. That's Travian Weaver getting through there. A redshirt freshman out of Millard South to apply some pressure on the Sinek. But now Hastings looking at third down. Third down and 5 yards to go. The ball is at the 33-yard line of Hastings. Broncos are trailing in the ball game by a score of 17-9. All right, Jared, let's pull one out here. Sinek has got one running back in the backfield here. A couple of wide receivers tight left. Sinek drops back to throw. His pass is going to be knocked down.
Wow.
Tremendous pressure again. by Midland. They had a couple of guys in there.
Yeah, a couple of their linebackers moved up on the outside and came on the all-out blitz. Nobody there to pick them up. And Cynic had nowhere to go.
Bo LaCroix was the guy that got in there. Knocks the ball down. A 6'3", 220-pound sophomore out of Meade, Nebraska. And now Hastings will have to punt with 6:28 to play in the fourth quarter, trailing by a score of 17-9. So here's a Shaw back into the ball game. He'll get it away at the 20. Good high kick. Dinkert will have a chance at the 28. Brings it across the 30. Back to the 35-yard line. And he's brought down there by Cooper Butler on the special teams for the Broncos. But now Midland has got the ball back. They've got the 17-9 lead. We got 6 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
Well, we can't allow a time-consuming drive here out of Midland, and they've been known to do that here today in this football game. They heavily have the time of possession on their side. We'll have to try to come up with the football some sort of way and then see if we can muster up some sort of drive to get her down into the end zone.
Here's a Johnson back into the lineup now for Midland, their quarterback. He hands the ball away. That's going to be Dinkert with the ball. Dinkert to about the 38. So a short pickup there of a couple of yards. But now you got to be concerned with the clock. We're down to inside 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, Jeff Jamrog and his screw, they're not going to be in a hurry whatsoever. They're going to take that play clock all the way down before they take the snaps. They're going to shorten this thing up in a hurry. That's why this set of downs is very crucial for the Hastings defense.
Yeah, we got to get off the field here. Get the offense back out there. Second down and 7 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is a 38. Johnson hands it away. Dinkert with the ball. Dinkert to the 42-yard line. Dinkert's going to be stopped short. That's going to be Marcus Dustin, among others, in on the stop for Hastings. Dustin, the safety, the senior out of Lincoln, coming up to make the stop. Third down now. Third down and about 3 yards to go for Midland. They've got the ball on their own 42-yard line. Leading in the ball game by a score of 17-9. Midland, like you said, Jimmy, taking all the time in the world, and now they walk to the line of scrimmage. Still 10 seconds on the play clock down there in the end zone. Brody Johnson waiting for the snap. Johnson has got it. Backs up one step. His pass is going to be tipped here at the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos come up with the defensive stop that we needed here. I think that's E.J. Hernandez that got his hands on it there for the Broncos. Swats the ball away. And now Hastings will get the ball. No, that's a Marquise Keaton. Marquise Keaton, the nose guard, getting his hands on the ball there for Hastings and knock the ball out of the air. And now Midland will have to punt on 4th down and 3.
That would have been a show if he would have been able to get his hands on it for the second time on the tip and catch. What is that dude? 5'10", 270 pounds? Get out of his road.
4th down. Here comes the punt. Rowall gets into it. It's going to bounce at the 25. Marsh comes up and
What are we doing?
Marsh is going to fumble the football back here at the. What were we doing?
That
bounced once at the 25. Colton Marsh didn't want it to roll dead down here toward the goal line, so he lunges out there and kind of snag the ball, and it goes off of his fingertips, and Midland recovers the ball at the Hastings 21-yard line.
Well, I know what he was trying to do, stop it from going on downfield any further, but you can't gamble on that. You can't. If you want to return any more punts, and I would, goodness gracious, what a mistake. And now Midland firmly with the hammer in their hands, ready to start putting nails in the coffin.
Johnson back in there. They hand the ball away to Dinkert. He powers his way across the 20 down to the 15-yard line. And you can just hear the air come right out of his sails right there. 4:20 to play, fourth quarter. Hastings trailing by a score of 17-9. Had a chance to get the ball back, but we fumble a punt return. We muff the punt return, and Midland has got the ball now. They're just running clock here. Hastings with all 3 of their timeouts left, but we got to come up with a turnover down here some way. Johnson has got it running back to his right. They pick the ball to Dinkert. They throw the ball into the end zone, touchdown. They throw the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Nobody around for the Broncos, and a touchdown thrown there by Midland. They get it to Zane Steger. The Midland scores on the touchdown. But that's a Kevin Adams. Kevin Adams, he scores, and it's now a 23-9.
16-yard pass and catch, and there was no one around once Adams got around the end at about the 5-yard line. He was uncontested in the end zone from 16 yards out, and that'll pretty much do her. The trophy will go back to Fremont.
Here comes the extra point. It's up there. It is good by Spicer. So Midland converts the muff punt into a touchdown, and the Warriors go out on top now of Hastings. We'll take a break with 3:48 to play in the fourth quarter. Midland 24, Hastings 9. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
You are listening to exclusive coverage of Hastings College football on Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, the Osborne Sports Complex. You could hear a pin drop in this stadium today. 24-9, Midland turns a muff punt into a touchdown to put the final nail into the coffin here. And the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy is heading back to Fremont. Here comes the kickoff. Going to be fielded by a short man for Hastings, and they bring the ball to the 35-yard line.
I think that was the GPAC Defensive Player of the Week, and Bryce Chaplin from Broken Bow picking that up, taking around the corner. Boy, we haven't mentioned his name at all here today.
Last time that Hastings College started the season 2-0. We were here. It wasn't that long ago. 2023, a couple of years ago. Hastings beat Peru State, remember, on the road down there.
Oh, yeah.
In overtime, 37-31. Then we went on the road, and we beat Dakota Wesleyan, also in overtime. On that hot day up in Mitchell, beat them 24-17.
Yeah.
So last time Hastings started the season with two straight wins was back in 2023. That's not going to be the case in 2025 unless Jared Sinek has got some magical tricks he'd like to pull out here. Hastings is trailing here by a score of 24-9 in this ball game.
One bright spot today, Jake Bargan, 6 receptions, 70 yards for the big tight end. He picks up 5, second, and 5 at the 40.
Sinek backs up under pressure. Sinek throws the ball into the ground, and Sinek is decked again.
He got hit. Got hit again. He has been on his ear a lot here today. They have got after him defensively.
Jared's going to think twice about maybe transferring. He didn't mind holding the clipboard.
No, and the ball cap backwards, like his little brother Tucker.
He felt a lot better.
Exactly.
After these games.
Yeah, he's had some attention today by the medical staff. 3rd down and 5 here for Hastings.
Here's a Sinek with the ball. He backs up again. He's clobbered again, and here's a pass that's going to be caught at the 48-yard line. That's going to be Quayshawn Hill with another nice reception. It's going to be enough for a first down.
And Sinek ain't going to get up after this one. He took a huge shot to the head again. They threw the flag, but that's rotten play by the defense. They came in, led with a helmet. We won't get to see the replay, but that was awful.
It happened down in front of you, Marcus, as you stare in there from the sideline. What did you see down there?
Yeah, he just got absolutely clobbered there on that play. And like you said, he was a shot to the head again, and they finally threw a flag on this one. But, yeah, he is woozy down there on the field, guys.
All right, it's Singh, our starting quarterback, is down there at about the 27-yard line. And for about the third or fourth time today, Carson Kalachek is going to warm up, and now Sinek is going to drop off of the field here.
Tell you what, he's a tough kid, and he has taken some absolute blasts here today defensively. His offensive line ought to go by a mistake, but he's not going to know where he's eating it at. He has taken some big shots. So now it's another Hastings Products turn. From St. Cecilia, Carson Kalachek. Carson's career has been up and down, had a pretty good halfway through the freshman year. Sophomore year was not so delightful, and
eventually lost his starting position to Sinek during the fall preseason workouts.
So Hastings will get the ball all the way down to the 33-yard line. We'll try to keep an eye on where Jarrett is. Hopefully they got him on a leash so he don't wander away.
So Carson Kalachek is in there now for Hastings, a 6'2", 193-pound junior out of Hastings St. Cecilia after Sinek is knocked out here late in the fourth quarter. Kalachek wants to throw. Kalachek runs the ball to the far side. Kalachek fires the ball. It's going to be caught there. That's going to be Quayshawn Hill. He makes the reception at around the 30-yard line. So a short pickup of about, now they're going to mark it at the 32. So this is a pickup of a 1 yard in the play. Kalachek was the only quarterback that we had during his spring workouts this year, during the spring football practice. So he took a lot of snaps and really didn't look bad during the fall workouts. But I think in one of the scrimmages that I saw, you could see that things were starting to separate a little bit. And Sinek eventually got the starting nod ready for the ball game against Doane last week. Here's Kalachek. He's going to run the ball to the near side, and not a whole lot over here as he's chased out of bounds by the Warriors. That's Carter Wagner that chased him out of bounds, and now we got the 2-minute warning here. 1:57 to play in the ball game. Midland has got the lead. Midland 24, Hastings 9. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there is no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 to 2, where you will find an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes to sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It is all you can eat and all you could ever want. Make your Sundays special with the brunch buffet at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park. It is the perfect way to unwind and savor the flavors of the weekend.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
All right, the Broncos trailing 24-9 to Midland here in their second game of the season. Next week will be in Sioux City, Hastings College in Briar Cliff. 1 o'clock starting time next week. 12 o'clock noon for the pregame show, Pigskin Preview on Extreme Sports. And Jared Sinek now back into the ball game for Hastings, replacing Kalachek at quarterback here on third down and 10 yards to go. Sinek waiting for the ball. He backs up. Sinek winds up, throws the ball down the right side, incomplete. Trying to get the ball there to Eli Nappy. There was some contact downfield, but no penalty flag, and that's going to bring up a fourth down situation.
A lot of jawing with Quayshawn Hill down with the secondary of Midland. You need to be careful if you're jawing. If you're going to jaw, you better make sure you're on the right side of the scoreboard.
And right now we're not.
That's what they were pointing at. They told him to get back over there and look at the scoreboard.
24-9, Midland has got the lead here in the battle for the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy here this afternoon. Fourth down and 10 yards to go. Line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line. Sinek again wants to throw. He fires the ball. That ball is going to be caught there at about the 24. And let's see if it's going to be enough for a first down. It was right at the first down stakes. I think they're going to give Hastings the first down. You can't tell by the first down markers.
Yeah.
And here's Sinek. He wants to throw the ball again. Sinek winds up and he throws it into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete.
Boy, I tell you what, this is a typical Midland football team just for the fact of the cheap shots and shoddy play defensively. That was another cheap shot on Sinek.
Personal foul again, roughing the passer, hands to the face on Sinek. I think he said 53. That would be Zach Dickey, a redshirt freshman out of Lincoln East. So it's going to bring up a first down for Hastings with 1:29 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, Hastings trailing by a score of 24-9. Broncos trying to stump one in the end zone here.
We'll just keep marching it off. We'll get right down there close to that goal line.
Armbruster is going to be in the backfield. Just to the right now of Jared Sinek. 3 wide receivers out to the left side. First down, 10 yards to go. The line of scrimmage is officially at the 11-yard line. Matches the jersey number for Sinek as he backs up, throws the ball. It's going to be caught here. Hill with the ball at the 10. Hill at the 5-yard line and knocked out of bounds. Quick pass here to Quayshawn Hill to about the 5 or 6 yard line. Hastings now looking at second down. Clock is stopped with a $1:24 left. Here in the fourth quarter, 24-9 is the score. Got soccer here tonight, both the men's and women's Hastings College soccer teams playing tonight. Women will play Ottawa at 5:30. The men with a game against Kansas Wesleyan at 8. There's a Sinek again. Sinek backs up, rolls right. Here comes the pressure. Throws the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Sinek again is drilled back here.
Boy.
Sinek gets up.
I tell you what, he's young. They heal fast. But I tell you what, if that happened to you or I, we would feel like we've been in a...
Oh, I wouldn't be able to get up.
Oh, my goodness.
Jason Walker was the guy who clobbered him this time.
Dang it.
Walker, a senior defensive lineman, 240-pounder of Lancaster, California. Third down and goal. Ball is at the 6-yard line of Midland. Hastings with the ball. Here's Sinek. Sprints out right side. Sinek looking. He's going to be drugged down from behind. His penalty flags go down as well.
I'm going to be in the area of a hold. The white cap through it. That's usually an indication the front line doing a little extra holding. I didn't know if I seen... I think is there one down inside the 5? Yeah, there is. Down at about the 4-yard line, there's a flag.
Matt Flores Ortiz, a junior from Watsonville, California, putting pressure on Sinek that time.
This may take them 4 or 5 minutes to sort out.
Yeah, I think there's 2 fouls out here.
Yeah.
We're down to 1 minute and 11 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Stick around after the ball game. We'll have all the facts and figures for you, all the numbers, and a Bronco post-game show with Hastings head coach Matt Franzen. That's all straight ahead.
Quayshawn Hill, he is egging him on. Up there clapping at the defense. Now he's back jawing with him again.
Here comes the call. 2 fouls in the play. Personal foul, chop block against Hastings. Then you've got defensive pass interference. That's going to go on the Midland, so the penalty's offset. And we're going to replay this down.
They wasted about 6 minutes.
That's Mr. Detail. It's a wonder it's not.
He is. I like him.
Third down.
Yep.
5 yards to go. Ball will be at the 6-yard line.
We'll see him several more times down the road in the GPAC game.
As we enjoy this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
It is. It is.
Yeah, he's just happy to be out there.
He is.
We like him. Randy Hageldorn is the referee today. Yeah, we'll run into these guys
Oh, yeah.
a couple of more times this year.
Haven't seen Tiny yet.
Oh, we'll see him.
Oh, yeah, sooner or later.
All right, it's a third down and 5 yards to go. The ball is actually sitting at the 6-yard line. Senek again stands. He throws the ball. It's going to be caught there. That's going to go to Armbruster, and he's immediately brought down. Armbruster is brought down immediately there by Midland. And on the stop is Brandon Lance, the safety, the senior from Rosenberg, Texas, coming up to make the stop. So that was a pickup of 1 yard on the play. Fourth down now. Fourth down and 4. The ball is at the 5-yard line of Midland. And now Hastings will call the timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Again, Hastings in Briar Cliff next Saturday in Sioux City. 1 o'clock kickoff. 12 o'clock noon for Pigskin Preview. Next is Saturday exclusively on Extreme Sports.
You know what else that means?
Yeah, I know what it means. I'm already asking for some additional money from the bookkeeper.
I could go see if I could get a couple more sponsors if we needed to, so we could get the elaborate spread.
Yeah, we got to go. Anytime we go through Omaha, gang, you know it. We got to stop at our most favorite restaurants.
Certainly.
If we're good boys, they might give us some more wings.
That'd be good.
We can already eat 50 of them.
Yeah?
We might bring Marcus along next week.
Oh, boy. Well, he's kind of a little guy.
Yeah, he won't eat a lot of
He's going to have
wings.
to heal up. He's kind of sick. I don't know whether he could get a lot of wings in him.
And you're gimping around.
Oh, boy, yeah, I might need a wheelchair.
We're going to try to get you on top of the press box next week.
Listen, when I get up there, I'm not coming down until the game's over. So if I've got to go, you know what? Oh, hopefully they got a bucket up there.
It's getting you down is what I'm worried about. I think I can get you up. I don't know about getting you down.
We're working on this deal. September 18th, we'll see if we can't get one of them fixed. So Hastings, by the way, passing unofficially 200 yards. Rushing the football, we're under 80 yards of rushing here. Flip-flop from last week. Fourth down here for Hastings.
4th and 4. Seneca's got it. He throws the ball in
tipped at the line.
Had a man open in the end zone, too. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Eli Nappy was open in the end zone, and Midland tips the ball. Keeps the Broncos out of the end zone with 1:02 to play. That's going to be all she wrote here for Hastings College. As the horns continue to sound from the far sideline.
You know, when we're at Fremont, we hear them all the time.
Well, they've got a lot more up there.
I know they do. I thought surely they would just leave them at home, but no, they brought them with them, and they'll probably be blowing them over there at the Kennesaw Motor tailgate party after the game.
All right, so here comes Midland to seal the win here. Where's the trophy? The Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy was up here a little while ago. It's headed back to the Midland sidelines. Brody Johnson going to come back out, the quarterback here for Midland. He just hands the ball away to Dickert, and Dickert is going to be stopped inside the 5-yard line, but time is going to run down, and the Broncos are going to drop to 1-1 on the season. That's going to be the same record as Midland. Now the timeout is going to be called with 56 seconds to play. 24-9 is the score. The Broncos have trailing in this ball game. In late football tonight, Doane will be playing at Concordia in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. That one will get underway at 7 o'clock tonight. Dort.
Oh, boy.
Dort has beaten Dakota Wesleyan today in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Season opener for Dort in Sioux Center. 66-7. Final score, Dort wins that ball game.
Doesn't look like Dort's missing a step at all this year.
They get their season started.
I thought I seen there was one. Yeah, there is one more.
Morningside is leading Briar Cliff for the Brown Saddle up in Sioux City, 58-17.
I think that's the saddle that Steve Ryan rides all the way back to the campus.
Oh, jeez. Probably so.
Morningside.
58-17, 2 minutes to play in that ball game.
He kind of looks like a cowboy.
When I talk to him in a couple of weeks, I'll ask him about the Brown Saddle.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an inside handoff again for Midland. There's the running clock now, and they'll get out of here. So they bring the ball straight up the middle there, and now Hastings is forced to burn another timeout here. 50 seconds to play. Again, we'll have soccer later on. Hastings College women playing Ottawa at 5:30 tonight. Hastings College men with a match against Kansas Wesleyan coming up at 8 o'clock. We'll begin our Hastings College volleyball coverage here on Extreme Sports next week. We've got a midweek game with the College of St. Mary's next week, and then we go to weekend games. There's going to be Saturdays when we got football, volleyball, and soccer. First one is coming up on the homecoming weekend. Then we got another one a few weeks later. So,
tell you what, you guys at Extreme Sports,
we're going to have the entire staff working.
Well, I tell you what, I'm really honored to be a part of this.
If we can get you in the press box here.
Well, that's going to, we're okay here.
When we got the elevator.
We got the elevator. But I look ahead to after the surgery. I know the Saturday after surgery, I'm probably good unless I'm in terrible pain because we got a home game. But we'll have to look ahead to see high school games.
Baby steps.
Boy, I don't know.
We'll get you through next week first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Third down here. 9 yards to go. The ball is at the 6-yard line. Midland just running the football, trying to run out the clock here in this one.
They'll have to take, there's just a couple of seconds.
Dinkert running the football in that last play. He's going to wrap up his career playing here at Hastings, at Hastings, playing for Midland.
24 carries, 93 yards for the young man today.
We'll give him a plate of turkey.
I'll bet you Dad's got a cooler over there. He told me, he says, stay out of this one.
Yeah, he's got to get back on the bus.
This is chocolate milk for him and his roommate.
Yeah, it's a fourth down.
And that'll be the game.
Yep, that's going to be the game, 26-9. Is going to be your final score. Midland comes to town and beats the Broncos for the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy. And Hastings will drop to 1-1. What are we going to do here?
No, you're not, mister. No.
Somebody call the timeout. They're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock. Why?
Why, yeah, exactly.
It's
roll it.
24-9. 24-9 is the score. They put 2 seconds back on the clock.
And the power's shut off my stat sheet. I've shut the power down. All right, you got it figured up.
Well, somebody's going to take a knee here.
Yeah.
That'll make you lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Get to the official numbers coming up. We'll have the Matt Franzen postgame show during our Bronco postgame show. 24-9 is going to be your final score. Somebody called this final timeout, so I'll just wait here. 2 seconds to play here in this one. So Hastings didn't play a bad first half. We trailed at halftime, 10-3.
We actually out-yarded unofficially. We'll get the official, but according to my numbers, we out-yarded Midland here in this game.
Johnson is going to take one more snap. He's going to kneel with the ball, and the game is going to be over. He wants the clock click down, and Midland goes to 1-1 in the season. Picks up their first win in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Hastings will likewise go to 1-1 as the Broncos will play at Briar Cliff next Saturday. Final score, it was Midland winning in this ball game over Hastings College. The final, Midland 24 and Hastings 9. Stick around, we'll have more coming up. You're listening to Bronco Football on Extreme Sports.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Fall in love with the season of savings. It's our fall sale at Bob Sass Flowers, September 15th through the 20th. 20% savings store-wide. From cozy must-haves to fresh new finds, everything you need to celebrate autumn is waiting for you. Join us September 20th for our Fall Floral Fest, celebrating 70 years of business in the Hastings community. We will have 10 plus local vendors and store-wide savings. We will be open 9 to 1. Join us for a fun fall morning. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there is no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 to 2, where you will find an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes to sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It is all you can eat and all you could ever want. Make your Sundays special with the brunch buffet at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park. It is the perfect way to unwind and savor the flavors of the weekend.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so was great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
You are locked in to Extreme Sports. Let's get back to the action with Mike Will and Jimmy Purcell.
All right, back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, 24-9. Midland coming back to beat Hastings College here this afternoon as the Warriors pick up a hard-fought victory over Hastings.
Long conversation going on over there in the Hastings huddle with Coach Franzen leading the way there as they lose a tough one here today against Midland. Final game numbers brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air with locations in Hastings, Kearney, Columbus, and Lincoln. Final game numbers for Midland in the football game. They put up 18 first downs in the football game. They rushed it 42 times for 140 yards. Their quarterbacks combined for 15 of 25 passing, 127 yards. So 67 offensive plays, 267 yards for the Warriors. On down the line here, penalties, 5 for 51 yards for Midland. Time of possession, Hastings was able to draw back in that second half with time of possession. Midland with 31:09 to end the game. 5 of 16 on third down conversions and 3 of 5 on fourth down conversions. Their leading rusher, Tyson Dinkert, his final game here at Lloyd Wilson Field for Midland, 23 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Leading receiver, Tim Brown, 6 catches and 26 yards. Actually, T.J. Covington had 4 catches and 49 yards. For Hastings in the football game, the Broncos with 14 first downs. Rushing woes today. They had it going last week. Today was not very good. 27 carries, just 63 yards for the Broncos. The quarterbacks combined for 16 of 28 passing, 1 interception, 210 yards. 55 offensive plays for 273 yards here. So they out-yarded Midland here in the football game by 6 yards. We look at the on down the line here again, time of possession 28-51 for Hastings. They had 5 penalties as well for 61 yards. 4 of 14 on third down, 2 of 3 on fourth down. Red zone possessions, 1 of 3 for Hastings. Quarterback breakdown, Jarrett Sinek finishes 15 of 26, 209 with a pick and a touchdown. Carson had 1 pass completed for 1 yard. Rushing leaders today, Dalton Armbruster finishes with 9 carries, 40 yards. Caden Merriman, 10 carries and 24 yards. Receiving leaders today, Jake Bargan, a big day, 6 catches, 75 yards. Eli Nappy, 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Quason Hill with 4 catches and 53 yards. Defensive leaders for Hastings here in the football game, Dawson Kissinger, boy, what a big day, 11 tackles. 11 tackles, 3 solo, and 8 unassisted here, assisted here in the afternoon. Next to him, Jake Lambert with 9 tackles, and Tuan January was 7 tackles in the football game. But again, Hastings just didn't look like last week. Again, this wasn't the quality of competition that Doane was a week ago. Midland's a little better team, but unfortunately Hastings had their opportunities, made plenty of mistakes, and we'll hear all about it here shortly from head coach Matt Franzen.
24-9, the final score. Midland knocks off Hastings, and they win the Watchorn McLaughlin Trophy as it gets back on the bus and will spend another year up in Fremont. So Hastings 1-1 in the season. They'll play at Briar Clef next Saturday. Stick around. The Bronco postgame show is coming up next. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Bronco football on Extreme Sports.
Thanks for listening to Hastings College Football on Extreme Sports. Hastings College Football is brought to you by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, the better bank. By High Street Insurance Partners. By Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. By Mary Lanning Healthcare, your care, our inspiration. By Pepsi, and by the Runza Restaurants. Stay tuned. The Bronco postgame show is up next on your exclusive home for Bronco sports, Extreme Sports.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others. But
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together. And we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
That was Midland. They made the fewest number of mistakes. We had a few big ones, a couple special team penalties that we'll have to go back and look at the film. But I think guys that were just making selfish plays that led to penalties away from the ball. That that's, I don't know. That it's disappointing. That's kind of a loser mentality when we need to play tight upstairs and mentally, and allowing ourselves to make some foolish penalties, in a close game is going to cost you the game.
Well, and both teams penalized 5 times here in the game as official numbers were handed to me. But you've got to get some of these kids to know what's going on, because each and every week these games are going to be so tight. Mm-hmm. And when you've got the old Nyack foes playing, they don't like us. We don't like them. And there was a lot of chirping going on down. It started very early in the game, and you could see it kind of unravel with both sides of the ball. It's just tough to keep them kids ahead in the game.
Well, a little bit. Honestly, there was a lot less chirping than I expected. So if it looked like a lot, I just dial it back to 2 years ago. That's the game that we try to coach our guys to not get into, because that was over the top, and it ended in a fist fight in the handshake line. That's not good for the sport. So, I guess I didn't really feel that the game was less chippy than I expected going in. And so at the end of the game, for us to make foolish penalties, that we're trying to throw a guy down after the whistle or those sorts of things in a game where, like I said, that didn't even feel like that was part of the back and forth. Again, I just mentally, I think we're not where we want to be. That's not a championship mentality to allow yourself to cross that line, and especially in those moments. There's aggressive penalties you can make, offensive holding, defensive face mask on a tackle. If you're playing hard, those things are going to happen, and we can live with those. But those sorts of away from the ball, after the whistle penalties that have no impact on the game are things that, like I said, the championship teams don't do those things. Morningside doesn't do those things.
Coach, talk about Jared Sinek. We have yet to see maybe his best performance since he's been a Bronco. But I'll tell you what, some guy that's been beat up and just continues to get up. He's a tough cookie out there.
That he is, yeah, and I think he had more opportunities today than he did last week. I think our passing game was more in sync, in tune, but he took a lot of big shots, and this Midland defense. I mean, this defense, I think, at the end of the season or throughout the season, just watch what these guys do. They're salty in all levels. They're fast, they're athletic, they rush the quarterback. And they were able to get to him several times. So we'll see how the training room goes tomorrow. He'll be in there. He'll be on ice. But yeah, he's pretty banged up coming out of this game. We know that right now.
Kind of a tale of 2 weeks. Last week, able to run the ball, very successful against Doane. Mm-hmm. Again, like you said, little bit of a different defense. But boy, really struggled today. Just 80. What do we got here? I got to put my cheaters back on here. 63 yards today in the football game and over 200 yards of passing. So just kind of reverse from what we had a week ago.
Yeah, and I think some of that is how the game went in the second, or then in the third and fourth quarter. We were throwing the ball down the field, trying to come up with some big things. Doane's run defense was not very good. I'll go ahead and say that. At least they weren't against us a week ago, and we were able to wear them out over 4 quarters. Midland's run defense is really good. So, we were able to run the ball in the first half and pick up some things we weren't able to once we got inside the red zone. They really tightened up, and that's what good defenses do. You're going to see those sorts of things when we play Morningside and Northwestern and those sorts of teams. When they get down in the red zone and the field gets short, they really tighten the screws, and I think that's what Midland was able to do today. But it was good to see Jarrett get the ball down the field and some big plays. Eli Nappy had the big touchdown catch, of course. There were some other things where I thought he threw a really good ball, and the receivers need to make a play. So, I think we still need to get in sync, and like you said, not his best game yet, but I think the passing game looked better than it did a week ago.
24-9, Hastings losing today to Midland. So you wanted to take that next step, Coach. Do you feel we took a step here in week 2?
If our guys look at it the right way, I think so. I think we did some. I think we fixed some things from a week ago. I think offensively, our execution was better on the perimeter than it was last week. We'll have to see how the athletic trainer report comes out after the weekend. I'm worried about our quarterback. If he's not playing next week, I can't honestly say we took a big step forward. So we'll see how that comes out. But defensively, I think we did some really good things too. That the offense that we played today, their offensive line is big and strong and physical. Tyson Dinkert is one of the best players in the conference, and he had a good day. He didn't gash us up and down the field. He didn't have monster returns, but he was very steady and consistent throughout the day. We didn't see that from Doane a week ago, but they also didn't have that guy a week ago. So, we'll see again going into next week how Briarcliff does and how they match up. But again, I think Midland on both sides of the ball and special teams is a really, really good football team.
Right now, did we take a step back in any area, Coach?
Well, again, I think it depends on what the athletic trainer tells us tomorrow.
One guy that really shined today, didn't see a lot. We didn't get the tight ends involved a year ago, and this year a little more activity. 6 catches for Bargo today, 76 yards. He's pretty athletic out there midfield, hurdling the player.
Well, he can dunk the basketball on a 10-foot hoop without a trampoline, unlike present company. But no, he going in as soon as Coach Bargan got here, he said. He said, we're going to feature this dude. He's a senior. We got him one more time. And what he did today, he needs to do those things every week. So, yeah, he's part of the game plan. We were able to do those. The hurdle, that was on a new screen that we put in just this week. And obviously able to execute that on a third down play. So, anyway, Jake's a nice one. I wish we had him for another season. So, try to take advantage of what we got while we got him.
Coach, you haven't seen me and Jimmy try to dunk the basketball, have you?
I haven't, and something tells me I won't.
It wouldn't be pretty.
All right, it's Briarcliff next week, Coach, a team that always seems to give us a little bit of fit up there, especially when we play in Sioux City.
Yeah, they do. A couple of years ago, we went up there in a night game and had it. I mean, we had them where we wanted them, and then made some really big mistakes, and they ended up winning the game. So, I know they were, I think, 23 4-10 or 27-10 at halftime against Morningside today. I don't know what the final was, but Briarcliff beat St. Ambrose a week ago. So, I mean, it looks like they're an improved team. And, you know, I think we'll be a different style of team. Briarcliff generally is going to make their hay through the air on offense, and we're going to use our tight ends and try to run the ball and pound a little bit. So, you know, we'll see how that all matches up when we get a look at a little bit of film.
Morningside beats Briarcliff today for the old Brown Saddle. The final score of 58-17.
Okay, so yeah, I got away in the second half a little bit. So.
All right, Coach, we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
Matt Franzen, the head coach for Hastings College. Again, the Broncos dropping one to Midland today, 24-9, as Hastings falls to 1-1 on the season. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Bronco Football on Extreme Sports.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Hastings College Football is an exclusive presentation of Extreme Sports.
So at what point is your lead safe if you're Dan Lanning?